So, where we left off, of course, you had all had to end the encounter, got kidnapped, got here, in various different ways, and then you all reconvened, and after almost a fight, order was restored, and you all came to this meeting table, and some things were said, some things haven't been said, but anyway. Ferno, I think the last thing you asked is, what do we do? And he was beating around the bush, and then Siegfried said, Siegfried, that's you.
Yes, I'm trying to remember the exact wording.
That's okay, just pretend like it's the exact wording.
I believe it was something along the lines of, I've been open with all of you. I've told you the truth. Something like that. Like, I've been very truthful and upfront about what I am planning with all of you.
Anyone responding?
Hasha says, like, I know that. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about me.
I'm here for your goals and you're here for mine. That's how we work.
Exactly.
I'm curious to understand both sides of this coin.
Dosnick looks up and he goes, well, that's kind of funny because we were planning on being fully open as well. There's nothing stopping us from being open. In fact, that's one of our biggest points is we're not working from the shadows. Well, right now we are, but that's a means to an end.
Siegfried's just gonna kind of look over at him. Come on, little brother. We both know that you're not trying to be open. You're trying to take power.
Yes, openly, instead of pretending like I have some by hiding in a shack somewhere and just telling people things. That's not power, that's not control. That's coward.
And as I asked you before, what of all the people who can't take power, who don't have that strength? Not everyone is born with the power that you do.
What power? What power was I born with?
Siegfried just kind of smiles at him.
You see, you think we're all the same, but yes, I was a fourthborn of a Waylander, but I was also fourthborn of a Hallinger. Now, sometimes you get things like dear Sister Corbin over there, very fluent in the Northern Weave. Sometimes you get people like Altair over here, who's okay with both, and then Astora over here with the Western Weave, and then you most of the time just get me and the twins, where we can't really do anything. So, you know, already that kind of an outcast, but even more so if you were born the same time we were. So I don't know what power you're talking about being born with, but continue. I'll let you continue.
Oh. Dosnick. You're downplaying your birth, one. Not just being of Hallinger and Waylander descent. You're downplaying every asset that you have, every connection that you are able to make because of who you are.
Yes, and as I told you, I don't communicate with them because we share basically zero goals.
Goals. See, that's where you and I differ, little brother. He's kind of doing it intentionally to needle at this point. Is you think that throwing a tantrum and claiming that everything is yours by right makes you right.
At this point, he pulls back his hood, interrupting you, and you see half, right above his right eye and all the way back, he has no hair. The rest is like a almost gray, not fully white hair. And the part that doesn't have hair is that normal Hallinger, like, scorched charcoal skin. And his eye is this bright red. And he kind of stands up and plants his hands on the table, and he's like, again, I don't deserve anything. The only thing I have right to is what we can take, and that goes for everyone.
Your world would leave nothing but ash. You could have your thrones and rule over the piles of corpses in your wake.
You can't steal my line. I literally but and he looks
Come
over,
now.
He looks over to Ferno being the only one who's kind of been interested, and he goes, he's literally telling you what I told him in the cell. Like he's just repeating it. So I don't know who's being more forthright with you here, but that's just me.
Oh, does that mean, brother, that you're telling him something different than you're telling me?
No,
But I thought you were being forthright.
I was. I told you we deserve what we can take. The ones who can't take don't deserve. I also told you that if they are willing, they will live. Most will be willing, because most know they can't take.
So you were saying you want to subjugate those who can't defend themselves.
What does the Empire do? Do they not do the same?
So you just want to be Emperor Dosnik?
No. There will be no leader.
No?
Unless they
So
take
then...
No leaders sound...
Unless they can take
Very good.
There will be a leader if they are able to become leader.
Is might makes right all that matters to you?
It's not all that matters, but it's the biggest part of it, because I don't expect someone like you to understand this, but some of us aren't born perfect. Some of us aren't.
Hell is that supposed to mean?
He kind of looks over at you, looks over to Hasha, looks back over to you. Anyway, some of us aren't born perfect. Some of us aren't born powerful.
How saw she just look over at him and is like, with the most bitch.
Immediately, Siegfried just puts his hand up for both of them. It's all right. Let him speak.
And he goes on. He says, "Some of us aren't born powerful. Some of us aren't born with any rights to anything. Now, I'm a big fan of you shouldn't complain about something unless you can change that something. I can't change how I was born, so I was born without power. I was born without being perfect. Now, I can change, however, what I'm entitled to, because if I could take it, then it's mine. I also believe everyone has that right. How forthright more can I be?" You see...
I could have been you.
Go ahead.
Siegfried just shakes his head. I could have been you. 20 years ago, I could have been you.
I don't think you could,
Oh.
because of how capable
bitter.
you are.
So bitter. You're so angry at the world.
Angry.
About your circumstances. You don't want to change the world for the better. You want to change it for you.
No, I want
You
to change
want
it for
to.
everyone. That is the
But,
specific reason.
Oh, no, Snake. You don't like the world and how it treats you. You want a better hand.
You kind of see his eye flare up a little. You don't even have to give me an insight. You can very much tell that you're not wrong. And he understands that. He knows that, but he does not want to, not necessarily admit it, but he doesn't want to believe it. And he says, he points over to Gavin. He says, "Look at him. He's just like me. Can't do anything magically. He's not even full one way or the other like Corbin here." But
Have you heard the saying, if you don't mind me interrupting,
I do,
have you heard the saying,
but go ahead.
have you heard the saying, whoever works hardest gets reap the reward?
That's literally... Have you been here this entire time at all? That's...
But you're repeating,
yourself.
But
I do
She's,
In fact, keep
she's
getting
about to get
interrupted.
frustrated, and but she looks over at Siegfried and then it's just like, never mind. I'm a.
No
So
one.
anyway, as I was saying, Gavin over
I'm a-
here, born like me, no capabilities in magic, as is. Yet, somehow, he's made a great name for himself in a local town. How do you think that is? Because people look at him and think he was born a certain way? No, he doesn't have the hair. He doesn't have the eyes, which are normally the telling features of a Waylander. He also doesn't have the skin or the lack of hair for Hallingers. He looks almost as if he were human. What could be the issue with that? People thinking he's from the Empire, maybe, sure, but he doesn't have a noble crest affixed to him, does he? So how could he become the deputy sheriff of a town? Go ahead. Take your best
Oh.
guess. Because he earned
Through
it.
hard
Correct.
work.
He
Yeah.
earned it.
Which is not what you're suggesting, though,
I
little
am.
brother.
I'm saying we earn it, but a little more aggressively.
No, you see, a man's measure is his deeds and his actions. You're not talking about using your abilities, which may not be magic, which may not be traditional beauty or appearances, but you have skills, you have strengths, you have things that you're good at. What you want to do is, instead of being like our brother Gavin here, you want to take instead of earn.
He leans back
You.
in his he leans back in his chair, puts his feet up on the table, and he goes, "Let me ask you all a question. If you don't mind, you all have some form of identification that you were given by the Empire, no? Pull that out real quick. Do any of y'all do it?
I will. Sure.
Okay. Ferno, Hasha?
I suppose her up as well.
Okay.
No.
You don't, Ferno?
No, his arms are just like crossed and just kind of watching everyone, like moving his head to follow this conversation.
Okay, Siegfried, do you?
Siegfried kind of smiles like he's humoring a child throwing a tantrum, but he does pull it out.
He continues to say, he says, "And why do you all think you have it? You didn't ask for it.
Hmm.
You were made to have it. No. Why do you think they were able to make you have it? Because they conquered. They control the land. Other than the parts of it that they were unable to take, right? They have a throne with people under it to serve them. So what's to say someone else can't also conquer and take with the skills that they have?
Well, the only question is are they willing to make people suffer who aren't involved to get it? Because a conqueror
You think people didn't
kills
suffer?
indiscriminately.
You think people didn't suffer when the Empire started its spread? Ask the
Of course.
Hivers. Ask the Shek. Hell, ask the Waylanders for a while. Of course, now they've most forgotten, but we were victims once too. The only ones who were
once.
safe were the Hallingers.
Whether you're holding past grudges,
Past-
you know
well,
just enough history to make yourself sound justified.
he
You know
kinda-
just
he
enough.
Kinda, like, scoffs like people who know their wrongdoing. He's like, well, that's not. No, it's not past. It's happening. You all have these ID cards, correct? Except Big Man over here. For some. What?
Oh.
Where is your card?
Move on.
Whatever. Anyway, listen. The offer's there, simple. You could join us or you can't. Eventually, we'll catch up.
May I speak up?
Sure. Table's yours.
So, your argument is that simply because you are the most powerful, you deserve to rule.
No.
Yes? Or
No. My argument is that the most powerful deserves to rule. I never said it was me. I just said I
okay,
wanted to
well,
start.
you know what I meant. I was not using you as the end-all be-all.
Sure.
I'm
Sure.
Well,
Specificity
How do
is
you
important.
sure. How do you think I got my role here at this table?
What, working for this man? Is that what
Yes.
you're asking? Because your skills, the things you're capable of.
Correct. But
Okay.
you seem to look at me and think that I got them simply for being born.
No. You said you were born perfect. There's difference.
Born perfect.
Yes.
I
that
do not
is-
see what you mean by that.
That is your kind's entire thing. Unless I'm mistaken, but I have been told by other people like you that you were born perfect. It has also been researched heavily by the Empire. That is, like, by definition, what your people are is genetically perfect. Unless I'm mistaken. I digress there.
Well, I did not get my role by being perfect, or by being particularly skilled. In fact, I am actually
At
quite
this
weak
point,
in
he
comparison.
interrupts you and he says, "No, you just stole a spear." Which, of course, you know no one should know.
What do you mean I stole it?
I think you and I both know what I mean by that.
I did not steal it. The Archdruid died. I took it so I could better help other people.
You think he's dead?
What do you mean? No, wait, no, wait. What do you mean by that one?
He's toying with you, Jade.
He gets this, like, jagged grin across his face, and he's like, "There's a lot of things that you could learn just by being around us for a while. So again, I give you an offer. You can join us, or you can go. The door is over there." And he just kind of leans back and folds his arms at this point. Siegfried? Hasha, what's your wisdom? Hasha?
Give me 1 second. I gotta pull it up.
Don't you just have it open in another tab, man?
Jade,
The
only
funny
reason
thing
I'm not
is-
giving you this option is because you're on the same side of the table, so you might not notice it right away.
My wisdom is 11.
And then, are
So
you
you want me to-
proficient in insight?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Siegfried and Hasha, you both notice Altair is kind of like on the edge of his chair, and he kind of looks a little antsy, which prior to this was not necessarily true, but he's also kind of got the, like, you'd expect him to be rolling his eyes at some of the things that Dosnik is saying, but he's not. But that's it. So what are y'all doing?
Ferno kind of like leans forward and almost thinking a little bit, just looks to Siegfried. Just goes, if we perhaps joined them, what would you do? Would you join with us? Or would you walk away?
And Siegfried's just going to, again, knowing that he's in their mother's position, he's going to kind of lean back, sigh a little bit. These, I'll just say that if you were to join my distant relatives here, I would have to make my own path. You would still be welcome to join me when Brother Dear here wasn't using you to further his ambitions, but you'd certainly be welcome to come with me when you were done being pawns in his game.
Pawns. Okay. He's gonna reach into his vest and he's pulling out 4 envelopes. Normally, if someone is being treated like a pawn, they aren't given information. But I offer you not only a position in which more advantageous to grab the power I offer, but some information.
Do we have to join to
About.
get the information?
No, you don't. And he sets them on the table. He stands
Okay,
up.
great. She is going to claim her and get them. Get her the
Hold
one
on.
that's being offered to her
He
immediately.
doesn't offer it right away. He sets them down.
No.
He sets them down on the table right here. He stands up and he says, "Brothers, sisters, let's give them the room." And he and the rest of them walk away.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't jump in with where we left last
However-
session.
However, Corbin, as she's walking past, you kind of feel a brush against you, but nothing catches your attention. However, Altair bumps into you too, a little bit harder.
Wait, which one of us?
Siegfried.
Siegfried.
Okay.
Going to check myself for any
They
kind
do
of.
close the door behind them. You check yourself, and you find a little slip of paper. Just one.
What does it say?
It doesn't say
I'll
anything.
open it right in front of everyone.
Yeah, you open it right in
nothing.
front of everyone. It does not say a thing. Completely blank.
He's going to fold it back up and put it into a pocket.
Okay.
For further examination later.
Okay.
Ferno carefully grab whichever one is his. Is in
Okay.
their name?
It doesn't have names, no.
Oh.
But it has what you'd consider nicknames.
Named.
Right.
You have Bondfire is one. Presumably that's yours.
Okay. I can get behind that.
You have the Rat question mark. You have what would they call it? What would she call you? They have actually here this is two of them are labeled Thing 1 and Thing 2. And then the last
This-
one is called it's called The Loser, but it's written in Waylander.
There's only 4 of us. Wait.
I said 4 of them.
No, you said thing 1 and thing 2. You also had the rat.
Yes.
He said, forget that one.
Forget that one, is what I said. It was
Oh, okay,
Bonfire,
sorry.
Thing 1, Thing 2, and then the last one is in Waylander, and it says loser, but the term loser in Waylander doesn't really mean like how we describe someone losing. It's more of someone who has lost things.
One who has lost.
That has experienced a loss, yeah.
I guess this is the more important question. Am I thing 1 or thing 2?
Right.
That's up to y'all to decide, I guess. I don't know.
Got
Ferno just looks at them and says, well, I'm happy they at least gave me a name.
fair enough.
I mean, Greenhorn was right there.
True.
Well, based on our conversation, it should be very clear that my younger siblings weren't exactly the most creative.
Take
This
the
is
envelope
very
for
feminine
thing 1.
handwriting, by the way. You take what?
I take thing 1.
Okay. Ferno, you take Bonfire,
Alright.
I'm assuming?
Yeah.
So she's gonna grab loser and thing 2. She hands over loser to Siegfried.
Of course, you don't know
Like,
that,
here you go.
unless anyone speaks Waylander other than Siegfried.
I took Hallinger.
Okay.
Do we know it? It's Waylander language?
The script is Waylander, but you can't read it unless you know it.
Yeah.
It's like
And
I
I think
don't
when-
know German, but I can tell that it looks like the script, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
And,
that's still a bad
he's-
example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So he's going, he'll look at the script and kind of catch the meaning of the words.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
so he's not going to open it right away, but he will say, thank you, Hasha. But before I look at this, I want you free to look at what they have to offer you. I want you to look through whatever information they're giving you. think about their promises, and then tell me how you feel about continuing with me.
All right. Hey Jade, you go open yours first.
Yeah, Jade's very much staring at her letter rather than looking at Siegfried while he's talking.
Opened letter,
Yes, I would like to open it, please.
surprisingly you guessed right, is your thought because it has some words on it. It's not like a whole letter, it is just some words. And it says the circle was the sickness. That is
No. Face is just gonna kind of drop.
Ferno's gonna quickly open it.
You look at it, again, just a couple words. It says, what happened after the islands, but before the boats? With a question mark.
Yeah, he's also left
Actually,
like staring at it.
As you read that and you're confused,
Oh.
you might not be, because you can either give me a history check if you're proficient, or a flat wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Okay.
Oh, natural 21. Oh my god.
Well, Ferno,
21.
we're gonna go to the voice in your head.
Yeah.
Because, for obvious reasons, I don't know if you want this to necessarily be out in the open.
Well,
Because it's a memory.
it'll be streamed, but oh well.
Yeah, it'll be streamed, but well, yeah, you're right. It'll be streamed. Y'all don't hear this because it's in his head.
Just
Ferno.
skip through the part.
Ferno, you
Okay.
look at this, and you get like a flashback of your childhood and being on the islands trying to survive. Then you remember getting your axe and the whole ceremony with that. You remember traveling north. And then you remember this feeling of almost like a kinship, or a almost like you feel when you're with these three, but different. And then you remember fear. And the entire time you're remembering these feelings and emotions, you're seeing just this white smoke and a female's face among the smoke. But she has behind her right ear a red flower. And then, very vividly, you remember stepping foot onto your first captain's boat when you decided to, venture off into the oceans and all of those adventures. Up until now. You remember a name, though. You think it's of the smoke face with the red flower. And the name you remember is Anley.
Okay.
Anyone else open their letter? Hasha, Siegfried?
Yeah, I'm gonna open mine. I'm gonna let Siegfried open his first. Give me a second, because I'm outside.
Yeah.
I've already kind of had Siegfried say he wants you three to read first before he does anything with his, so...
That too. We'll wait until Hasha gets inside, though.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
I open mine.
You open it. And it makes zero sense to you. But it says the hunter is coming.
Huh?
That's all it says. Would you
He
like to
reads
give
it out
me?
loud.
Would you like to give me a history check if you're proficient, or a wisdom check?
Alright, give me a second. I'm a history. Well, +1 wisdom, go.
You did say wisdom, correct?
Yes, wisdom.
+1.
18.
18.
You look at this. It says what it says, and you think real long and hard, and you feel like it. You feel. You don't remember anything, but you feel like this should be important to you.
Dad wants you, Kobe. She's like, hey Jade, I know I left after leaving the forest, and I don't remember pissing anybody off. But apparently a hunter is coming after my ass, and I don't remember doing anything to him. Hell, I'm pretty damn sure I didn't, the only thing I'd done recently that comes to my memory, just hanging out with you guys.
Jade.
I will say it does not seem like she's really listening to you.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I won't say what I have to say then.
Same from Ferno.
Okay. Siegfried.
He's going to give them a few moments because he can tell they're all thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's going to clear his throat. I know how they work. I'm guessing just cryptic enough to make you think, make you doubt, make you question, confuse your memories, make things almost make sense. Is that right?
Yep. Mine says a hunter is coming. I'm pretty damn sure I have pissed off no one as of lately.
As of lately.
I did listen to when Sigurd cleared his throat. So if the hunter sparks anything now.
Yeah, so go ahead. Well, one, when you hear this, you can choose which one. But one of the of course it's not Jade, that's just her name. One of the emerald-colored gemstones, wherever it might be on your body, / the one in your horn, gives a little vibration almost.
I do have gemstones. I forgot about that. I don't
you
often
do.
include them.
But that little weird, it's not really a vibration, but it's like a tingling, a feeling. And it feels comfortable. And important, but you don't know why. So anyway, Siegfried, what you doing with that letter?
I'm waiting to hear their responses.
Okay.
It's just sitting unopened in front of him with the words "the loser" in front, like that he can read and
Yeah.
staring back up at him.
It's not the loser, it's like a title,
Like the one who
like
lost,
a
yeah.
widow. Yeah, almost like widow or master.
Widower,
or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Ferno's
may
still
have a point.
in a stare off into the distance.
Everywhere you look, you see what you see, but you also are still getting this image in your head of this smoky figure.
Yeah.
You also, Ferno, specifically in one of your memories, remember this feeling of you just can't quite pin the exact emotion, but it feels almost boastful, but not in like a boastful way. Like you were, you just can align it with stars with a massive question mark after it. Anyway.
Great.
Anyone else saying anything to Siegfried before he does anything?
I worry that these are not lies, though.
Oh,
Maybe not whole truth, but I mean, they
I
seem to
assure-
know a decent bit.
I assure you, you're correct. They are at least partially true. I know at least some of how they get their information. I know their source. I may not know the method. But I can at least assure you this. The spirit of it is true. They might hold back. They might intentionally manipulate the information to get what they want from you. But it is true.
Then I need to leave. I can't stay here. I can't stay part of a group if I'm the only thing protecting my home. I can't stay here if this is true. Oh,
Siegfried?
hold on. Someone's calling me, sorry.
All right, I'll wait.
Siegfried?
Siegfried is going to, again, he's closing his eyes and he starts to look slightly wearier.
Mm-hmm.
Like his age is starting to show a little bit now. He looks tired.
Sure.
He's going to look between Jade and Hasha, and at Ferno, who still seems slightly blank and contemplative. And he's just going to shake his head. I understand what you're saying. I do. I believe you, and I believe that that is exactly the response they want from you. They want you to be stressed, be anxious, to believe that you need to act without thinking. Yeah. What
Most
better
likely.
way to control people who may not believe as you do than to manipulate the world around them and their view of it? Yeah. Judging by
I
the
would like to,
message we just received, she's not paying attention.
yeah, I was about to say, Hasha, Hasha showed her note to Siegfried. It's like they're trying to say a hunter's coming, and I'm pretty sure nobody should be hunting me because I haven't done piss anybody off.
This
Nor,
doesn't trigger anything for you, by the way, Siegfried.
yeah,
Okay. And he's close his eyes and think for a moment. There are many kinds of hunts, you know. Sometimes a hunt isn't for the kill. Sometimes hunts are for capture, for pride, for prize. You know, there's many types of hunts. It could mean someone is searching for you. It could mean someone is trying to kill you. It could just mean that one who hunts you to deliver a letter. But the thing is, the word is intentionally chosen to be ominous.
yeah, we will cross that bridge when we get there.
Hasha, as you hear him say this, you're thinking he's making a good point, but then you realize the word that was chosen wasn't that you're being hunted. It's specifically saying the hunter is coming. And it's a capital T and a capital H. It's not a hunter, but it is the hunter. That catches your attention. That, when you think of it in that way, same as Jade, one of your... You never told me what color your gemstones would be.
Oh, Mine would be reddish blue.
Okay, well, one of your reddish blue gemstones has like this sensation of comfort.
Not to be that guy, but isn't reddish blue purple?
Yeah, it is. But I wasn't gonna say anything. I didn't want to step on his.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I was just trying to think of. Oh no, there's star sapphires that can be red and blue at the same time.
That is true.
Or
Yeah, I was about to say
Alexandrite.
Starfire. Yeah, I was thinking of Xandrite,
Oh, that's
but she's like, huh. I get it. Okay, but DM.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say about Jade's gemstone? Because my dad literally called at the exact same time. It's like,
Oh,
damn it.
it just like it's not necessarily a vibration, but it's a sensation of like comfort almost.
From hearing that the hunter is coming.
Yeah. It feels like
Alright.
it's supposed to mean something, and it sounds comforting. And
Okay.
then Hasha got the same sensation when, after Siegfried's spiel about them choosing words intentionally to be ominous and such, Hasha's like, okay, yeah, if I was getting hunted, but then realized that it's capital T, capital H, the hunter. Not a hunter, but the hunter. And that
she's
gave
like,
him or her the same sensation.
It's like, I'm getting a good feeling about this.
A good feeling.
Are you opening yours?
Right.
Before he'll pick it up, but he'll look over at Ferno. My friend, are you all right?
He's kind of like still, like he's looking partially upward from his paper, still holding it. You might see like some smoke coming off the paper as his hands are slightly flamed. And he's just like kind of staring off, and like as you like try and get his attention using his name, he kind of like looks toward you, but still kind of gives a slightly haunted and confused look that you've never seen him give.
And for the first time on seeing this, Siegfried will stand and he'll move very, slowly around. And he'll just, DM, is it possible for a Waylander to put a hand on his Highlander's shoulder?
Ferno's not a Highlander, he's a Firefolk.
I'm sorry, a Firefolk shoulder.
And yes to both. Firefolk are fire, but they're also flesh. Highlanders are burnt flesh.
Yeah, I was just making sure it wouldn't hurt him.
No, you're chilling.
Okay.
Firefolk's like skin is normally on fire, but it's reactive to where if something not threatening is going to touch it, or even threatening is going to touch it, it like pushes away almost.
I think it's actually somewhat even more dimmer than normal too, or handled, or
he's
just
warm,
less.
very warm to the touch to you,
Yeah.
like maybe a little uncomfortable, but it's not like health detriment hot. You're not getting burns from it.
Yeah. Well, I was more worried that like the cold would hurt his fire if I was to
No,
try and
also-
counterbalance myself.
Yeah. And and Waylanders aren't made of ice, and you can easily control it. Like it's not like it. You can be like quote unquote normal body temperature, but your normal body temperature is in like the 70s. So.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, like, I assumed I could lower, like with the cryomancy more than the Waylander, like be able to lower the temperature around my hand.
Sure, you could if you wanted, but it's a at will thing, not a just happens thing.
No, and that's what I didn't want to hurt him, so it's like
you're chilling, pun intended.
I'll get you for that someday.
Disadvantage on all rolls from now.
Oh look, there's an opening at the table. No, Siegfried will reach out and he'll put his left hand onto Ferno's shoulder and just kind of stand there for a moment.
He's kind of looking at you, but also like past you. Distant look.
He's just gonna very soft. Take your time. It's okay. Just whatever time you need to think, to remember, whatever these words are, that whatever they're doing, I'm not going to rush you. And he's gonna, gently pat the shoulder. And he's gonna. The only reason he can do it is because Ferno's sitting down. I think he's gonna come back around to the front table.
100%.
Agreed. Hasha
he's
is going to
gonna-
go over to sit right next to Jade.
And Siegfried will look between the two Mayfai, and just look down at his own letter.
Okay.
Come on, boss.
I don't expect this to tell me anything I don't know already. But I do expect it to try and twist what I know. He's going to open the letter.
You open it, and a sudden rush of "I was fucking wrong" hits you because it says something you definitely didn't know, and
Yep.
it technically is twisting something you knew, but it says and has something. But the first thing you notice is a 3-leaf clover falls out of the envelope onto your lap. The second thing you read in Waylander, he wasn't him.
Siegfried, as he's holding this letter, you're just going to see the paper just kind of falls to the table, and he looks down into his lap first. He took in the words, but then he just kind of lets it drop. And you see him being just so careful, so very gentle, almost like a very caring side of him you may not have seen before. As he reaches down and picks up this clover and holds it in the palm of his hand.
It is a perfectly preserved pressed clover, and it is, now that you've picked it up in your hand, preserved so well because you can see there is a very, very very only almost noticeable by you thin layer of ice keeping it alive, basically.
And you'll see Siegfried get this very... It's somewhere between pained and regretful look on his face as he looks down at it. And he just won't say anything for a while. And if you guys want to try to read the letter, you can, but
I don't know if any of y'all know Waylander other than him?
Nope.
Nah.
You can't.
She's gonna notice her boss is gonna be off. It's she would look just like, they hit home, didn't they?
he's just going to kind of shake himself, and his smile is more sad than his normal friendly or, confident smile.
Saw that.
It's some wounds, I guess, never heal.
Yeah. I kind of saw you looked at the letter and then drop it. I kind of figured they must have hit the nail on the head real good.
Oh,
If
they
you want to
didn't
talk
hit a
about
nail. Oh, I've told you I will always be honest with you. It is. It relates to the reason why I am an outcast among my family, and why I perhaps am not as connected as my siblings are. and he's got like more of like a distasteful look, like like he's got something sour in his mouth as he's saying siblings now.
Hasha's just like, ah, say less. Well, better than they try to pull the stunt now than try to pull it down the road.
Now,
Yeah.
this writing, do I recognize it from any letters I've gotten previously, or is it the same style of handwriting as the letters on the other, or the other's letters?
The handwriting on all the letters. Well, you didn't see the others' letters, but I'll go ahead and say they are all the same handwriting. It's not on any letters you've gotten before. However, some of the entries in the oh, I did not mean to do that. Hold on, I accidentally hit the home button. I'm back. In this,
And the ledger.
yeah, some of the entries were written by this handwriting, 100%.
Hasha's just gonna show Siegfried hers. It's like, here, you can read mine. You know me.
As you know me. If you're willing to share, I suppose I should as well. He's gonna kind of straighten. If this relates to what I believe, it changes certain things. For me, not for us. Basically, there was a fight a long time ago, and people died. People I cared very much for. And there's this saying that one of those people was not themselves at the time.
Ah, mind control. Gotta love it.
And against
Actually,
Siegfried's
hold
face.
Hasha, give me an intelligence. Actually, well, so mind control is not like a thing that people know about in this world. Just so y'all are aware.
Oh yeah.
But anyway.
No, so do you want me to roll or no?
No, I was just telling you that's not a thing you would think to say, because that's not a thing that anyone would think to say, because mind control is not like a known thing.
Ah.
Not saying it doesn't
So
exist,
somebody,
but it's not a known thing.
she will say, well, somebody's playing dirty.
Shapeshifting, however, that is a known thing, so that might have been what you thought of. But
Yeah, she will say shape-shifting, or it's like somebody's playing dirty. You gotta love it.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. They knew things a shapeshifter wouldn't. They said things that were between just the two of us, so...
as you're saying this, Siegfried, you think about it, and dots start connecting, and you're like, wait a minute, they weren't saying things that he would know. In fact, he was saying things that he would know were wrong. But anyway.
And there's just going to be like kind of a moment of Siegfried's eyes kind of widening.
Yeah.
I was too close to it. I didn't. And he's going to kind of like slam, just suddenly one hand flat slams on the paper.
On the table?
Yeah, just on the table. He is just...
It's a solid, like, 2-inch slab of oak. It hurts, but you know.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's upset with himself right now.
Yeah.
I should have...
Question, is this the hand that's holding the clover?
No. He is, like, cradling that one.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
But, yeah, the other hand is just...
Yeah.
We'll say clover, left hand, right hand slams table.
Heard.
And just right on the paper.
She's gonna notice the slam and just like, Somebody likes to play with emotions.
Oh,
Lovely.
I know, but this is. Oh. And he's gonna look up.
Never mind. The door's
No.
locked. The ladder's free. He walks out.
And seeing him walk in is going to remind Siegfried of the piece of paper in his pocket. And he's curious. He's like, wait, what if it was tied to the envelope? And he's going to pull it out and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything on it?
Give me an insight check. Specifically insight. I didn't.
Specifically insight. Okay, let me see. Insight is
Jade's having a, like,
3.
Jade's possessed.
Existential crisis.
Yeah. Jade has been possessed by the old gods. No, I'm kidding.
By the way, Hasha is going to go back over to Jade and just cradle her. It's like, there.
If you touch
give
her,
you
she is going to
advantage,
smack
Siegfried.
your arm.
Just because
That was-
of circumstances.
Yeah, I was like, that was painful.
Yeah. So go ahead
It's
and
like-
roll one more time.
There we
So,
go. 19.
It's not that the papers are related. What catches you off was who gave it to you. So, you remember him describing that he doesn't have the powers of a Waylander or a Hallinger, nor do the twins, which are his older siblings. The sibling that's right above him in age, Altair, he said, was skilled in both weaves. And then he said that Corbin was only skilled in the northern weave, and Astoria only in the western weave. And you remember who gave it to you. Or do you? Because possibly
There were two of
gave
them.
it to you. Yep. Now, with that insight roll, successfully, you think, well, there's not really anything in the northern weave that's specifically for hiding secrets, except fog. And there's not really anything in the western weave that's really for hiding secrets, except smoke. Now, two things in both weaves, it's really good at hiding secrets. And you know what I mean by that. So, you think to yourself, what causes fog, what causes smoke?
He's going to take one of the candles on the table nearby.
Yeah, someone else.
And is there any kind of water in the room?
The dagger you're holding, that you never said you dispelled, is in fact
That's
made of piss, which is partially made of water.
You know,
Piss dagger, everyone.
depends on how. We'd use what we have when the time calls.
True. And unfortunately for you, it was a piss bucket that spilled on the floor.
Well,
Well, the question is,
He
whose
is
piss
going
it?
to-
Anyway, continue.
you know what? At least some of it's his.
Oh, did you piss in the... Okay.
You said he was in there for 4 days.
That is true, yeah. I don't know if you had anything to drink. They presumably brought you food, but anyway.
You said they brought him food
Yeah, I
and
did, that
probably
is
water,
true.
so.
Anyway. Yeah, I think I did specify they brought you very...
And he also had a cup of water.
Oh, yeah.
You said he had a cup of water at the beginning, so I was
Yeah.
like, I thought it was just a cup of water, and that was what he used to shred the door.
Sure, yeah. But you pissed it out first. Anyway, continue.
Jackass. He's going to kind of apologetically look at the others. Sorry for the smell. You might want to back away from this. Again,
That's why I was
probably
gonna back up.
partially dehydrated. So he is going to hold the ice dagger and put it right next to the flame, and then hold the piece of paper with his other hand, still clutching the clover. He has not let that go.
Fire under paper, knife over paper so it melts onto paper.
Yep.
Perfect. As you do, all it says, it takes a second, but all it says is, he was her.
He was
Trans?
her.
Oh, we having trans people up in here. Neat.
Why are you doing this to me, man?
And the her, there's a period at the end. And the period is not just a dot. It is a sigil. And it's not the one you're expecting.
Do I recognize the sigil?
It's the sigil of the base branch of the Waylander family. Now named the Davidrosian family, of course, because it is, they took...
They are the main, yes, family.
Yeah. Wait, the main what?
They were like the main, like, offshoot family, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was Rosa Wayland, and Waylanders became Waylanders because of her name, but then she married John Davidros and took his name, so...
So, the Davidrosian Waylanders, basically.
Yeah, but they all prefer to use the name Waylander because the Davidrosian Empire exists, and they do not agree very much so with them.
Gotcha.
Anyways.
Well, that does change things as well.
I do want to specify, it is the family's insignia, not the Empire's insignia.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Very specific, yes.
Oh, and we've discussed how, okay.
It does have the color, it is like slightly the color green, which is the family's color, whereas the Empire's color is red.
Yeah. And again, I like to assume that Siegfried kind of suspected something. Maybe not this specifically, but something was weird.
Mm-hmm. Presumably because of what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
And he's going to kind of regretfully shake off the paper.
Mm-hmm. As soon as the water stops touching where the ink was, the ink vanishes.
Mm-hmm. He's going to set the candle back.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to kind of dry it out a little bit over the candle, then fold it back up.
Yeah.
And
His
put it
paper.
back in his pocket.
Okay.
Yes. It turns out that perhaps my story is a little more intricate than I had heard. I have a lot of family business to take care of, but I do still intend to do it while working towards my goal. My question to you is are you still going to walk the path beside me as you search for your own?
Might as well. Got nothing better else to do, anyways.
Fair. That shit meant nothing to you, except it made you a little warm on the inside.
I need to leave.
But then as soon as I retrieve what was taken from me when I got here, we can leave. We will take care of what we can for you. You don't have to do this alone.
Doesn't really respond to that, but she will look over at you with those sad, kind of wet, sopping eyes.
And he's just going to give like that. I hate using the word fatherly, but kind of like that fatherly nod of like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. You know, that look.
It's going to be alright. So anyway.
He's gonna Ferno.
Ferno at this point has kind of, his head has been turned to where the other guy was sitting. I forget names.
Point to the chair.
This guy.
Cosmic.
Yeah, Cosmic. He's just like been staring, like the the smoke still coming off of the paper, probably singeing a lot of words at this point. It's just like,
Holy shit, I'm dyslexic as fuck. I just realized I completely spelled his name wrong. Anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything.
and
I don't know how I got so many extra O's in there.
he's just in thought, just head completely turned as if he was sitting there.
Well, big guy might be upset. Rightfully so, though.
Crazy word choice, but anyway.
At which point, Siegfried is going to look around for like a vase or something that he can dispel his knife into, so then they have to smell it later.
The knife was mostly melted anyway, so.
Okay, good. So now it's just on their table. Good.
Piss knife.
This knife.
Base
This table
knife.
now.
I know it's coming back, so I might as well embrace it.
Can I
You were the one who created it. Of course you know it's coming back.
Unfortunately, this is true.
can I like druid craft under my nose? Because I can create a little instantaneous harmless sensory effect.
No.
You know what's
Can I-
really funny? The fact that you're choosing to do it under your nose and not just to mask the smell
For
of the piss
everyone.
in the room is really, really funny.
I
And it feels almost off-brand enough to be on brand somehow. In this specific situation, I mean.
She's trying to be sad. It's
Yeah,
hard to be
no, I
sad
know.
when all you can smell is piss.
Yeah, I know. Anyway.
Also, Hasha, did you say that out loud? Just to be clear, that he might be mad.
She said it softly. It's like more of a hushed tone. It's like
Okay.
he might be mad.
Okay.
Concerned it's like she's like, I don't want to piss you off. Already, I already know I'm on the bad side. She's like, I don't want to piss you off even more,
Did, in
but
fact,
at the exact same,
almost kill him. That is true.
yeah. So she's like, okay, what made the? She's worried about the big man. It's like, okay, what is making the big man unhappy?
Well, you're not
But she
holding
is
it
gonna say
clear,
this,
so I
it's
got
like-
that.
Yeah, she's like, Ferno, you alright over there?
He was mumbling, and his mumble kind of gets a little louder to probably hear. Says, "How did he know? Did he know?" It's kind of just like,
Ah.
Oh,
He was like,
DM.
particularly talking to you guys.
DM, do I reveal it? Do I reveal how they know what they know?
I don't know. Are you being forthright?
Yes, I am. Okay. At which point Siegfried is going to look down at the urine puddle, and he's going to shape water it to splash over on Dosnick's chair. So that it's out of the way.
When you do this, never mind. No.
No, go
I
on.
was about to say,
You wouldn't notice
no, I
if
was
you were
thinking-
on the other side of the table.
I was about to say, Ferno's right there.
Yeah,
Ferno's going to
Ferno's
probably
not paying
see it.
attention to Dosnick's chair. I could probably assure
Yeah.
that.
Yes, he is.
I would laugh so hard. There's
Yeah,
someone invisible there.
No, well, you wouldn't know because you're on the other side of the table.
I wouldn't be able to tell. It doesn't hit the wood.
You can't see the. Are you still sitting?
I'm still sitting there, and there are candles all the way between. So
Yeah, you can't see the chair from here.
I was about to say,
It was 30 feet away.
But Ferno, on the other hand, hey Ferno, what do you see, buddy?
He's already not paying attention.
The paper he's holding just like engulfs a little more. Like flame basically picks up.
Siegfried,
Just grips it even more.
Siegfried, when you see the fire starting to catch on the paper, you think about what you just did with your paper.
Oh. Siegfried is going to... Ferno, stop. The papers. All of you, set your papers down. On the table.
She will. She's not happy about it, but she will.
Hasha's just like put us down. It is like, oh,
He will slam it on the table and put it out.
Slightly smoldering.
it's just like she placed hers down. It's like the more toss of, eh.
Can any of you create water, or is there any look for a source of water? I am
You did just throw
a
pigs.
little dry. Well, I did.
Just-
But you said it was mostly melted.
Yeah, melted
we
water
just-
that you could control.
Okay,
Just
cool.
use
Then
like
he's just going.
spit.
I was going to say
Please.
that's why I said look for another source.
Yeah. No, the piss is well. That's true. Yeah. If you don't want the piss. Well, hold on. Oh wait, no, they wouldn't bring food into this room. But you do
Hold
know
on,
that
let-
the food where they were eating and drinking is in the other room.
And
I-
they said the door is open.
The door is
She's
open.
gonna go get water.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to
I-
be in this room
I-
anyways.
Wait, when you walk by that chair, do you notice anything?
You notice the chair's not
Yeah.
wet. And there's piss.
The
on
chair's
floor.
not wet. Wondrous.
But no
All
one would
right.
have any reason to look for that. I just want to clarify.
That's fair. That's fair.
But no, she did just watch. Like for Hasha,
No, that's
she
fine.
would.
I could have just missed.
As you walk
Just-
in, you notice where, if anyone was paying attention, Altair was kind of hovering around before walking in. There is a pile of all of Siegfried's stuff and all of your stuff that isn't on you, so your weapons.
Yippee!
Oh,
Alright, well,
get my
if I
AC
can
back.
carry that back and a water cup, I will do that.
No water, but there's wine. And there's water and wine, so
Well, wine works.
sure.
We could just reverse Jesus it.
Oh, yeah.
And can I do that?
The argument becomes if you purify water or purify liquid on wine, does
On
it,
alcohol, would it remove the toxin of alcohol?
would it just be grape juice or grape pulp in water?
Good question.
Or is alcohol considered a toxin because it's naturally formed
It
by
is.
yeast taking shit constantly? That's the question.
But it is
By
technically
us,
a
yes.
poison to the human body.
By
Yeah.
us. But none of you are humans, is the thing. So,
True. So we don't get drunk?
no, not true. You metabolize it differently, but you don't. You do,
Okay.
You do feel it. Anyway, actually,
Okay.
Ferno doesn't get drunk. Ferno can't get drunk because it just boils.
Yeah.
Oh no. Ferno's life just got infinitely sadder.
Yeah. Actually, I don't
back.
think Jade or Hasha would get drunk either. Literally
Yeah.
genetically perfect, actually.
Siegfried is the
other
only one at the
methods,
table
too.
that can get drunk.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
like legally, I can't.
lay the stuff in the cup of wine down, just in front of the table, in front of everyone. If I could get it in one trip, that'd be
Yeah,
nice.
sure. Yeah, we'll let. I'll allow it.
You see
You
what
just
spells I
awkwardly
have,
walk
just to be
back
sure.
and forth like 6 times. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, there is a way for me to get the water out of it, is if I freeze it.
You know you have to worry
And
about it.
then-
Just pretend it works.
Okay,
You
we'll say
you
it
used
works.
Piss. If piss can work, wine can work.
Thank you.
If Cora
I was
can
about to say,
blood bend,
please
you
don't
can
make this
piss
difficult.
and wine bend.
It's great. Thank you. That makes me feel so special.
Anyway.
What he's going to do is he'll start with Ferno, because
Not
Ferno seems the
Cora,
most
Katara.
distressed.
Anyway.
Yes. He'll start with Ferno, because Ferno is the most upset and distressed, and he has not seen his friend this way since they became,
Yeah,
partners.
Yeah.
Yes.
He will perform the same trick with the candle and the wine water.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything appear on the letter?
Yeah. It says ask your boss or ask the clouds.
Can I read it, or is it only?
Do you give it to him?
Oh yeah, no. I'm as soon as the water's on there, and after having realized when the water is what makes the letters appear,
Yeah.
he's just gonna set it down so they can read it.
Yeah. You Ferno, you read that just fine. It's in common. Only because I think the only one who would even close to know Firefolk would be Astoria. She fucking doesn't give a shit, so.
Could you repeat what it said?
It says, ask your boss or ask the clouds.
He just looks at it, just slowly raises his gaze to look to
So,
Siegfried.
so to clarify, in total it says, what happened after the islands, but before the boat. And then next it says, ask your boss, or ask the clouds. Anyway.
Does this mean anything to me?
Not off the top of your head, no. But that's without the context of Ferno's vision, so.
Will reluctantly hand my letter to Siegfried.
Who performs the same magic trick? Now you see it. Now you, or first you don't, and then you do see it.
When you look at it, Siegfried, and then Hasha, then, fuck, why do I keep doing this? Jade.
Jade.
When you get it back, it says now. The circle was the sickness. And then it says, and it happens again. Happens. Not will happen or happened, but it happens again.
Siegfried, does that mean anything to you?
That makes her want to go home even more. Like now. Like
So we have,
not even
so we have
just
two and a half of the 4 people wanting to head north. Understood.
Immediately
so
just
let's
turns
just
to
go ahead.
Hasha.
It's just like you already can go ahead and hit it.
He
Yeah,
performs.
Yep. When you do it, both of you see the hunter is coming, and she calls her children.
oh shit! No, got that! Yo!
Oh.
It also says that's all one sentence. Yours specifically didn't have a period after coming, and then it said that period, and then it says, and the rest follow.
Hey, Siegfried.
You don't know what that means,
And-
by the way.
Yeah, I know out of character. I have no idea what that means in
100%
character.
Neither of you know what that means.
It's just like,
But you feel like it's important.
And Siegfried, last of all, goes to the actual letter he got because he only used the little paper because he didn't know if he had enough liquid.
Yep.
He's going to check his full page for extra text.
It says, he was not him, without a period. And then what appears is, but it was them. And it has the sigil you expected the other one to have.
Just kind of shakes his head. Revelations upon revelations. Even if I've always wondered.
Give me an insight check, because this is telling you 2 different things.
Let's go. +3. Where's my history? Boom. Yay, it's an 8.
With the 8, actually, surprisingly, and it's hard for a piece of paper to lie, and situations that have already unfolded, you for some reason believe the one that was given to you in secret is more accurate for some reason.
Now, player question. I know there's a very slight difference, but would one not be part of the other?
So the only issue of me not telling you yes or no on that is because you don't know who gave you the second note, because 2 people brushed into you.
There.
I have a general. Hold up, I gotta go read the damn lore again.
Yeah, about
Of what?
Fucking the
Of
the
Mayfai?
mother. Yes, it's like, god damn it, now I gotta go
So,
see.
Mayfai were sent here by out of character. Mayfai were sent to this universe from a different one by the gods of whatever universe they came from, collectively all at once, and they literally had so much energy when they hit. They punched a hole through the planet, creating the portal that would become known as the Feywood, where all the Fey reside. Y'all were the first ones to enter the Feywood, and then also kind of the second ones to come back out, because the Kitfolk, now having access to the overworld because y'all opened up the gate, we're of course going to explore it first, because Kitfolk just do that. But you guys don't know how you got there. You don't know anything about other gods. You just know that you have never had any care for the giant deities of this world, this universe. You also didn't really care about any of the other beliefs that other people might have had. The only thing ever was sometimes when Davidrosians tell stories of their old world, which they often do, because they pass it down often. That is, their entire culture. So much so that it's part of their racial abilities. There's some of the stories, quote unquote, of the old world that give you almost the same feeling as what you just read.
Oh, we can recalled. Well, the patch notes is in, boys.
Patch notes is crazy. Also wildly inaccurate, but I like that you think that, and that's funny.
No, I say patch notes in. No, I say patch notes as in, well,
Jade,
something is coming.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, you
So-
all have your stuff now. He said the ladder is available for y'all to climb. If y'all want to leave, y'all can leave. If you
before-
want to stay.
Before
Ferno has
he-
just been staring at Siegfried.
He's gonna just shake his head now that everybody's taken care of. I'm sorry, Ferno. I don't know what that means.
By the way, y'all all
I don't-
hear what sounds like skipping in the other room.
Is that?
It's like, oh hey, we can hear you,
Hasha, we are in their home. Little,
Fine.
even if it was coerced, we are guests in their house.
True.
Can I insight roll Siegfried when he said he didn't know anything?
Oh, no, feel free. If you want, I'm just being honest with you up front.
Well,
I mean, what can he tell Siegfried?
16.
I mean, Siegfried is being entirely honest. He seems genuinely confused.
After
Like he wants to help.
Yeah, that after prompting what he said about like them only trying to confuse and like he probably knows what it says or that it's an alteration of what he already knows. This doesn't look like a confusion that he was warning about. It looks like a completely different confusion, almost like a violation almost. Would that be an accurate description?
Of Siegfried?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a violation of their friendship. Like, oh, you're trying to twist our.
No.
Well, like, what's going on here?
No, that
I
what
need
you
clarifying.
read, you were warning that if they were reading similar stuff or what they
Oh
read
yes,
would
I
be
warned
to
what they
twist-
read would be twisted.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what you read seems to have caught you off guard, as if what you were saying to prepare them for it didn't prepare you for it. And that.
But then the second letter, or the second note, kind of affirms.
But made it worse.
Oh yeah, for me specifically, yes. But
Yes.
it does affirm his belief that this is probably just some twisted or cherry-picked information.
With the insight you had before, the secretly passed note seems genuine. It
Oh,
seems
yeah.
like
No, that's why
someone
he's
trying to do something differently than the person trying to do something differently.
that's why he's
Wait. Hold on. There's more layers of that. It seems like one of the siblings is trying to do something differently than one of the other siblings, who is trying to do something differently than the other siblings.
who we spoke with.
Well, not that you spoke with for the last one.
All right.
That you spoke with.
Okay.
For the last layer, but yeah.
God damn it.
You
All
referred
right.
to them as siblings. That's just you.
I did that to get under their skin, not
Did
mine.
not affect them because Waylanders tend.
It
each
affected.
other.
You said it affected Dosnick.
No, I said that you prodding in general affected Dosnick.
Oh yeah.
More
He
so
was
him
pissed.
talking about him not being any better than anyone else, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Well,
much an ego thing.
that was fun.
Yeah. So anyway, would y'all
he
like
is
to take
going
another short
to-
rest at all? I don't think
If you
y'all are
guys want
missing
to.
any resources. Y'all do
I
need to
mean-
sleep at some point.
I'm out of wild shapes, but that's about it.
Yeah. Y'all
And wild shape is short rest, right?
y'all can assume
Pretty sure.
Yes.
y'all can assume that y'all have about 30 minutes before they're like, all right, get the fuck out of our house.
Yeah.
Or I'll just, since y'all were just talking and stuff, I'll consider this to have been a short rest.
Be-
I will say, though, that Siegfried holds up the 2 notes that he received
Mm-hmm.
to Ferno and say, I'm not sure we can believe what's written on these letters, these notes that we were passed, because I'm getting conflicting information. So, but then being, as I said, I will always be honest with you. You are my people. You are my friends. You are my companions. But I think perhaps these notes are half-truths, to put it simply.
But the question is, if Sibley gave you the secret letter,
There are 2 options.
and also the sheer fact it was secretly passed to you. Anyway,
Now, my question is, was it done in tandem so that they both did it and I don't realize it was
Give me
both
an
of them?
insight
I'm
check.
stuck on. I love that I just get to keep hitting my history button. 15.
seeing as how clumsy Altair was when you fought him, not when you fought him, but when the things were happening, you realize he probably didn't mean to dive tackle you. It also kind of stands to believe that when he walked in the room, he wasn't trying to say anything. He just forgot y'all were in here after putting your stuff in here. He seems way too clumsy of a person to have been the one to do this. However, Corbin, on the other hand, literally surrounded in an aura of smoke. But I digress.
Yeah, he's going to. He won't say it while they're there,
Again,
but
writing.
he will clock it.
Again, writing, very feminine. However, the main notes, different handwriting. The smaller note does not share handwriting with what is in the ledger.
At which point he's going to kind of lower his voice and can I look around the room? Because now he's actively looking for, like, is someone listening to us right now?
You can assume that they are giving you full privacy. I won't
Okay.
even make you have to roll for it. The only thing possibly is that the person you heard skipping might hear you because they're in the other room.
He will lower his voice slightly to try and keep it quieter. I don't think they're as unified as they pretend. I think that perhaps they're not all on this might is right kick. I think that perhaps even if we leave, we might still have allies here in the long run. But I
So
don't
he's gonna-
think we can trust these.
Hasha's going to give a thumbs up. It's like, gotcha.
Siegfried, I don't know. I feel like you might have misunderstood my hints.
I think I might have, because I feel like all the added stuff is true. Like all the stuff that was written with the smoke effect is true, or more true.
Okay, so the vibe you got with that insight check was the main notes now seem maybe not true or false, but more accurately. The one given to you seems more of a twist or a lie.
Yeah.
Not
Like it's
the
true if
other
you
way.
squint. Yeah, it's true if you squint. Is the hidden writing on the bigger pages that everybody has the same?
The secret note that you think Corbin gave you straight up seems like a lie.
Oh,
Whereas
I
the
thought it was
other
the other way
ones
around.
seem more true.
Okay.
It seems almost as if she was trying to give it to you in secret in a form of confidence. However, because of this, you realize more of who she might be. Also, the fact that she literally is surrounded with an aura of smoke. But anyway.
Yes, well, I assumed that. What I meant is the truthfulness is what's kept throwing me off, because I assumed that because it was done in secret, she was being more honest. Which is why I asked if the extra text on the other letters, which is again done with that same trick, is in her handwriting or the same handwriting that's in the first couple lines.
Same trick, but same handwriting as the first handwriting of
Okay.
the letters. Yes.
So that means they all can use it.
Well,
They all
more than
use
one.
it, I should say.
More than one.
Yeah.
The one who wrote the letter can use it too.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So anyway.
he's just gonna kind of mull that and be like, I'm not sure.
So many chain links. So many webs.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem with being fourthborn.
Anyway.
He will look at Jade and Ferno. He'll go Jade first. I understand you want to go back to your home, and if that is what you wish to do right now, I will accompany you. I do ask that we try to complete these tasks, try to help people along the way. The jobs we took, because we saw they've been neglected with this purge going on there. The people are suffering. I just want us to do what we can for them.
So she's just like, and she stops for a hot second and is like, ooh, we were supposed to. Like the reflex of, ugh.
I don't.
Oh, we need to
think
go
Jade would
do-
respond to that. She's. I am willing to help what I can on the way, but I cannot delay. I have
I
seen what
understand.
happens when I take too long.
And Siegfried is going to look down at the clover in his hand.
Oh.
Yeah, I hit you there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Don't you just like how I use
like,
names, by the way?
I'm going to get you someday. I don't know how for that.
I feel like you can't. I feel like I'm untouchable right now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Oh no,
Yeah,
no
you're
don't
probably
worry,
right.
don't worry.
we're gonna dox your
Move-
hat.
No, it's cool. I know that Damien would never do that to me.
I've said my name on.
I know.
Yeah, that's not a.
It's joking. I'm like, oh yeah, we all know it's Damien.
No, well, I've also said it in my YouTube videos, so that's not
Yes. That was the joke, because I heard
Yeah.
you say it before in session.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Imagine being
y'all
named
are able to
Damien.
freely leave Cough Call. You don't have to stay here, but you don't have to go.
And
home. Or you can't stay here, but you don't have to go home. That's the saying.
Yep.
Well, you can't
gonna
stay
say-
here if you want to stay here.
he's gonna. That's what he's gonna say. Is, do you want to take their offer before we leave?
That's
Will
she's
you
gonna
join
be
them?
like, I'm with you, boss.
Jade?
Or no?
My offer has.
Ferno is just looking at you and looks to the paper and kind of thinks for a moment and kind of looks to where terrible with remembering names, but looks to him again where he was.
Dosnick.
It's just
Cosmic.
That's like,
You also now
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, you would
The
have
puddle
a
is on the
reason
floor instead of the
to.
table.
Yeah, you would have a reason to. It's just maybe he missed. Which doesn't.
and he
Yeah, anyway, go ahead.
and just
Sometimes it's
kind
hard
of
for us
hold-
to aim. Okay, listen. Anyway.
he holds the paper in his hands and just looks where he would be sitting and just burns the paper in his hands.
Rad. Yeah, easy enough.
And just kind of stands up and can he just he stands up like tense, like barely can able to slowly stands up and still staring in his direction as if he was there and he's trying to intimidate him, just something weird. And he just can he just grab a candle that's on the table and just throw it at his chair?
Yeah, you can. But for now, we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Before we get to all that shit that's about to happen.
Oh no! Curse you, impulsive bastards.
Hey.
I'm trying to play my...
No. I'm not actually mad. I'm just messing with you.
Okay. I was like, hang on now. We've been good so far.
No.
It's very reasonable.
I'm not mad. I have done way worse in an impulsive moment. One of my favorite impulsive moments is when, in my last long-term game, it was revealed that my friend's character, who, our characters were best friends, was the one who attempted to assassinate my character and basically ruined her life.
Damn.
And then she got to wipe my memories, so that was fun.
Oh yeah, I've really messed up my character's many mistakes.
Yeah, I purposely failed that check.
I'm just gonna say I'm really glad that I wrote all that shit now. Because he's like, oh, I'm gonna use all of it. I'm like, no, wait.
I'm just I kind of knew the vision was going to happen, but I'm trying to play by his incredibly low intelligence of every mental stat. So
Gotcha.
he's just playing by instinct, what he kind of feels on and off, and the vision just confuse him. He's just all over the place. So you could see him somewhat calm, somewhat controlling himself, and then just suddenly raged. Just it's all over the place currently. When normally you guys, or at least during the adventures we've been having, or at least in the past, it was more collected. Aside from battle, he's more calm. But now he's kind of all over the place.
And that's why Siegfried was like, hold on, take your time. Process, think. I've got your back, but you gotta deal with this.
Also, I would like to point out that Hasha's just like, dude, you're more than a normal chill out person. What happened?
It's like, yeah, I ran you through with a spear and you didn't get this mad.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, whatever they said in that letter.
How can we know that I am back? Is everyone here?
Yep.
No.
Yes, I believe so.
Roll call. Ferno.
Yes.
Siegfried.
Yeah.
Hasha.
No.
Fuck you. Jade. Okay, we're missing Jade still. Perfect. Not perfect, but perfect.
Anyway, when Jade comes back, so I'm gonna go disappear to the bathroom real quick. Also,
why don't you just go now?
Why don't you just go now while everyone's not here? Go, shoo!
Never. I'm gonna be that inconvenience.
Bro said I'm gonna use the break to talk so I can piss during the session. Crazy choice. Insane priorities.
Now, mind you, I literally can walk and go to the bathroom and have my headphones still on. I got the wireless one where I can go far as I want.
You hear that, everybody? We get piss chat.
Have the mic on.
Don't make that mistake.
I ain't like Vaughn, Sean.
I mean, yeah. I'm just gonna say I kind of do this to myself. Literally, almost aside from my very first character, all my other characters have been very confusing mentally.
Really?
Yeah. Like I have a character that's, I can't remember if I talked about it, but inspired by a gorilla, where she has two personalities, good and bad, pretty much, but she's mostly bad, and messes with people, but also is good. But it's a mess.
I was about to say it's a abusive relationship.
I have similar where right now I'm
Yeah.
playing a character who's loosely based off of the Journey to the West versions of Sun Wukong, where she's a mercy monk who doesn't like actually punch or anything, only grapples and like knocks prone and does like crowd control and stuff. But she's a strength-based monk, so she'll like grab them and throw them to friends to beat up and stuff. But out of character, out of combat, she's constantly just trolling people. Even in combat, she's trolling people too, like the bad guys as well.
Sun Wukong is like the oldest troll in existence.
Oh yeah. Well, so if you've read, which I suggest you do, but maybe not because it's 2,000 pages long of not the greatest translation from old ass fucking like really old Chinese into English, but great story. You know, Journey to the West, great story.
Yeah, I watched the
Journey to
Japanese
the
version
West.
called Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Of course, you could more accurately compare it to the Epic of Gilgamesh from Mesopotamia.
It's not.
No.
It's a fair comparison.
No.
Than Dragon Ball?
Because
I'm not saying character-wise, I'm
Dragon
saying
Ball,
it like...
yes. Dragon Ball, yes. Journey to the West, no.
I'm saying...
Yeah. The only inspiration that Dragon Ball that I can tell is Son Goku as a character, because that's what the Japanese translation
If you actually
was.
watch the OG... Yeah. If you watch the original Dragon Ball, there are moments of, okay, he's on a quest to find this mythical thing that can grant immortality.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Both Gilgamesh and Sun Wukong do that.
Well, Sun Wukong didn't really...
He has 7 layers of immortality, dude. You don't
Yeah,
get to
he's
tell
like
me
mega
not.
immortal.
It's not like he was... So, like, some of those were on accident, to be fair.
Yes, but some he did seek out.
Yeah. The big thing, though, for him was seeking out his staff. That's, like, the big thing for the story that isn't Story to the West. But Journey to the West, it's not about him, it's about, what's his face? But he's just a side character.
It's about Tripitaka.
Is that his name? That doesn't sound right.
That's what I've heard his name said as, like, Pigsy and
Pigsy.
and Sandy. Tripitaka.
I know that for Gilgamesh, it was for Enkidu that he went for the Herb of Immortality in the Underworld.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
So,
Hold on.
There's... Yeah, so these are all the Chinese names. I'm not gonna
Hang
attempt to butcher those.
Sanzang.
Yeah. Him.
That person.
I mean, to be fair, Sun Wukong is just Monkey King. So, like, direct translation to English. Monkey King.
I think his title as the Longevity Monk is translated to Tripitaka, which is where I got the name
As
from.
much as be his title, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so back to this riveting story. Are we all here? Or are we waiting for Hasha to return from his urine break?
Well, Hasha can hear is a good thing. So,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're all leaving, so I don't have to continue sitting in the base anymore.
Yes, please.
Yes, please, everyone.
We are leaving.
Heard. So, first, boom.
Oh, so my candle throw, like...
Oh, the candle throw. We needed to sort that out.
Ah!
Back to the base.
God damn it.
Yes, that happened.
God damn it, Ferno.
Yeah, I do that.
You throw it and someone catches on fire, damn it. But you can't see who. No, I'm kidding. You throw this candle, and it bounces off of not the chair. And it hits the ground, and it goes out. And then you hear footsteps skittering away.
Okay, so someone that was listening to us the whole time. Dang it!
What direction?
The door. Closest.
Which door?
Which
The closest
one?
door.
There's 3 doors.
The closest door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I attempt to grab at this
You get a
movement?
disadvantage. It's going to be disadvantage -1.
Understandable. What kind of check is this?
Grappling. So,
Grapple?
athletics.
Ath-
Or,
athletics.
athletic. Yeah, it's athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
Darn. You're
That is
so good.
unfortunate. I'm not even going to... Actually, I'll roll just to see if
That's
there's a nat 1.
6.
I'll roll just to see if there's a nat 1. It was a nat 20. That's unfortunate. I wish I could force that so it made more sense how that just happened, but it happened.
Just grabs the
Wait,
air.
is there any wax on this person, like melted wax from a candle?
Look, bounced
I'm
off.
going to use the nat 20 acrobatics check to say no.
Damn.
And if there was, you didn't see it because it was on the other side. Maybe. Who knows?
Okay.
This shit's weird.
All right.
But
He
what
won't
you
chase
do
after.
notice, Ferno, is when you try
Yeah.
and grab, something lands on the floor. And it is a single red petal. So anyway, now that you leave the building, let that one cook in your brain.
Red petal. Okay.
We
Let me just put that in the notes.
exit.
Yes, please.
That is only important to Ferno.
Yep.
Arguably unimportant to Ferno right now.
Yeah, he'll take it carefully.
I mean, yeah, wasn't the... Well, I mean, I don't know this, but the smoke woman
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
red flower.
Yes.
Anyway. Back to the map of Taros in total. I'm not going to do the whole Fog of War thing, by the way.
Yep.
It's just some of this, just understand you don't know about. That's why nothing's labeled. The only reason Firehaven's labeled is Ferno knows about it, so.
Yeah.
And you actually do know about it. It's not a lost memory.
All right, so you want to go north.
You are all currently here.
To Haven!
Where?
I want to go to Haven!
Northwest.
I'm looking for it on the map.
Haven
Oh,
is...
Haven.
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it. I thought it was over
discolored it
here.
intentionally. I just never labeled it. Tefan
Oh,
is
okay.
different than Haven.
Sure.
Great.
Tefan's up here.
So there's something in Hallenrest. Guy needs help.
Yeah. That's the other mysterious letter y'all got. That didn't say what
Yeah.
the guy needs or who the guy is. Or any identifying anything.
But I found information on it, yes.
You did. You did.
I forget, was there something we needed to pick up in David Rose for that?
No.
Okay.
It was... The only thing referring back to David Rose was that the missing person of Dural's door was presumably a Shek that is trapped in David Rose right now because of, you know, that whole thing. But it's
Right,
okay, that doesn't matter. Y'all have y'all's own adventure to go on. Who's worried
Yes.
about the racial tensions in the Empire?
Oh, you know, I am a
Not
little
right
bit,
now!
None of y'all Shek. Who could care less about those kind? That's crazy.
Right.
I can't say
Right.
that. I don't think I'm allowed to say that, even though I created the things. Well, I didn't create the things. I stole the
You
things.
just canceled yourself.
Yeah, I canceled myself in the Empire. Anyway, so where you are currently, you know that there's a couple of towns between the pass of the Peaks of Dural, or Dural's Pass, as it were, and Hallenrest. There's a couple of towns in between. But you have to get out of the desert to the pass first. So, how we've done travel... Actually, we haven't done travel, that's right. Ferno has seen us do travel, but I have changed it drastically since Ferno did it. How we're doing travel is... Effectively, what we're going to do is we're going to roll to see if you get lost. That is a survival roll. There are some different modifiers that can happen in the background to that. One could be a well-defined road, which y'all don't have. Y'all have a path that could be defined, maybe not.
I'm also super navigator.
Yeah, super navigator in water, though.
And on land, because I have
Oh,
I have both of them,
Yeah.
so I'm good in both ways. And it gives advantage with other things and stuff. I'll look at it.
But weather can also affect stuff like that. Also, what will happen is after you'll navigate to see if you get lost, you will then have a roll to see how far you get. And then you will also, or not how far you get, but how fast you get there. And then also you will have a roll for a collective of if anything bad happens during y'all's rests. And then the only other thing that changes that doesn't involve a roll is how much resources you consume to get to where you're going.
Also, how many resources do we have?
As of now, I think between all of you, you should just have yours, because no one went to any stores in Davidros, from what I can remember, to get any supplies.
Nope.
Can make a quick stop on our way there.
The issue is
we don't know where we are.
Yeah, you don't know where you are. They kind of maybe could guess the way back. The issue is, it was 4 days. Meanwhile, the trip there shouldn't be 4 days long. So technically, y'all don't know.
It was 4 days in a cart.
Yeah, y'all know that y'all are somewhere along the peaks of Dural. I just put y'all there so you can kind of guess where you are. You don't know 100% where it is. They were in a cart, but it wasn't covered.
Well, I was saying their movement speed would be greater in a cart.
Oh, yeah, that too.
So while it might have taken them 4 days to get here, it might take us 8 to get back.
The best bet anyway is heading north so you can hit the main road.
Yeah.
How many hours of climbing would it take to get a landscape view? If I had a natural climb speed.
Yeah, this is a sheer cliff face, and it goes about 80 foot up, and then even higher past that. So that's up to you to determine if you want to try that.
Only 80 foot?
80 foot for this part of the cliff, but it goes much higher beyond that. And like all of the peaks of Dural are straight up just sheer cliffs until you get to like the actual top where it starts looking like regular like piles of mountain. Cough, cough, lore. So anyway, as I was saying, between all 4 of you, I think you all start each with 10 days of rations. For each of you. Or is it 5 days? I can't remember whatever y'all had in y'all starting equipment. Oh, wait, that's right. Y'all didn't have starting equipment.
Yeah, we didn't have starting gear.
So as I was saying before, I don't think any of y'all stopped in Davidros for any rations.
No, because we were just planning to go to a farm outside of Davidros when we got jumped.
Yeah, we got kidnapped. This isn't our fault.
Nope. Well, you know.
I can eat rocks.
Yeah, I was about to say, the only one of you that shouldn't be worried right now is Ferno, because he can eat shit.
Yeah.
Along the way. Like rocks and shit.
I can technically create water, but that's all you guys got. Like, if I condense a fog cloud to shape water.
Here's the thing. Ferno can eat rocks and shit.
I can even coin, yeah.
Yeah, that. Hasha and Jade technically don't need as much because, you know, their metabolism's fucking insanely perfect.
I'm the only one in danger.
Yeah, you're the only one in danger of starvation. However, there is always cannibalism. No, I'm kidding. Foraging and stuff can happen along the way.
Alright.
But currently, you're not in a desert. You're in the wastes of Dural, which is not sand. It is dust, and nothing grows here. Nothing lives here. You should move to where the food is. This is sand.
We go north.
This is sand. You see that?
Yeah,
it's always been
sand everywhere.
It will always be sand. If anyone gets that reference.
Hint, cough, cough. No, instead.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a reference to an old ass comedian, and I don't expect anyone to understand
If I could.
I thought it was a Doom reference.
Nope.
If I could spire climb, just hypothetically.
No.
How high up can I get?
No, basically, like it would take a while. Like it's worth it to just go north because you know north will eventually get you to the pass.
Okay.
Like it is.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm not saying it's not beneficial, but it will take longer for you to climb and then come back down. Like they'd have to camp out overnight to wait for you.
Okay.
Which is just more of a waste of life.
Resources.
Yeah, resources. Y'all did start in a bar, so I will say y'all have had a meal and Siegfried has been eating. So
and you guys did just eat too.
Yeah, y'all also did just eat. That is true. So y'all probably could survive. Y'all can survive till y'all get to the next town. Siegfried, however, who knows? No, I'm kidding. He'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll
He
see.
just
Cook's
won't have-
utensils enough to make like 2 meals, I think.
Oh wait, that's right. You did buy ingredients, didn't you? Or I just started you with ingredients.
You started me with enough to make 2
Well,
meals,
there you go.
I think. Like
That's
about
if
what
two
we
meals.
if we ration,
Possibly.
or I was
They
gonna
don't
say
need
if
to
we
eat for a while.
ration it
They're
out,
chilling.
okay. 1 meal a day means we could do 3 days of travel, or 1 meal every other day, 6 days of travel.
Either way, y'all gotta make a decision to go north or the other opposite direction, back the way you came.
Now we know if we follow the cliffs, we'll eventually reach the path
True.
or the pass,
True.
which is where the main road is.
True.
So, and
At
if we
that
use
point,
the
you'll already
sun,
be at the pass, which is its own town settlement thing.
mhm. And the other option is to fumble what we hope is east, using the sun as directionality with the shadows from the
But you see,
mountain
the
range.
sun is Brathos and does not. The Taros doesn't orbit Brathos. That's not. There. The sun just. He hides himself during the night.
shit.
Yeah.
So we
His
can't tell east
position
and
is
west
fixed.
normally.
His position is fixed. You can at night, kinda, because of the other stars / gods in the sky. But
Well,
that is also
I tried,
fixed,
guys.
so it's more accurate.
I tried, guys. It's on you now. You have to save me.
Just go north.
Again.
Easy out,
Yeah, we're going
I
north.
mean, yeah, if we literally just follow the paths, we should get to
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, I was just saying there's no road here, though, so we're kind of stuck following the cliffs.
And you know which way north is, so that's easy.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out is do we know where north is?
Yeah, you know where north is. The
Okay.
issue with isn't if you know which way east is, because you know which way east is. It's if it's directly east from you that you need to go to get to
Yeah.
Dangerous. Because this map, these are estimated locations. Because surprisingly, the only people who make maps are kidfolk,
Yep.
or at least the only ones that
So-
are popularly seen are kidfolk maps.
So yeah, what's the we're gonna say for my because he was proficient in both, like would he have a map or would I have to start one?
Someone's a cartographer.
I'm both. I'm navigator and cartographer. That's
So
why
I'm gonna say you probably have a map of the coast because of backstory.
okay.
Could be, yeah.
You probably, I'm gonna trace it out for you. You probably have
Okay.
from the wall all the way, and then you also know about these islands, and then you know till you get about right here on the coast, and then you know somewhere south is Farhaven. You probably also know the rivers of the Riemann, the Isos, and Brathos rivers, because you definitely have been to the Delta for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So y'all heading north?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, let us go north.
First roll. Someone give me survivor.
I shoot.
It is
I've got a
very
plus
easy roll
5.
because you're following the rocks. +5.
Okay. I've only got
Um,
+3, so you go for it.
It's
I've
hard to
had-
navigate when you're following cliffs north. So
Yeah.
How are my
anyone
dice?
could literally roll with disadvantage and
there.
probably still succeed unless they roll that one.
Okay,
Or
not 20.
That works.
Plus
Okay,
5.
that,
So yeah,
that works.
you really know how to follow a rock wall. Crazy. In fact, you're so sure of it, I'll give you advantage on the next roll, but only you.
Yeah.
Only you. Give me the speed check, which is going to be Constitution. To see how hard y'all can just push it effectively until y'all really need to rest. Without getting exhaustion, of course.
Also, am I allowed to be like making my map? Like mapping all this out?
That's just
Okay.
I mean, you have the rules on how that works.
Yeah. I just have to be
It's just different.
actively working on it, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna assume if you want me to, when y'all are traveling, you're actively working on it, unless in
Yeah.
example of like when you were on the cart.
Yeah, if I'm like unconscious or something, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Or teleported. Cough.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, reasonable reasons, yeah.
Yeah. What was that, Constitution, Jade?
Oh, everybody or
That's
No,
from
just
me.
her.
Okay.
She has
Okay, cool.
advantage, but
I have
she can
advantage?
make it. Yep, because of the nat 20 of the.
Okay, well that's a 13
Okay.
plus a
Good advantage. Good
2,
advantage.
so that's a 15.
15. Okay. And then now roll me a d6.
Okay. 6.
Oh, buddy.
I don't like that noise.
We die.
Buddy. You're all dead, actually. Yeah, Ferno's right. Roll new characters.
That
Don't
creature
worry.
comes back.
You're all level 2. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so there's a sand dragon. No, I'm kidding. Again. Flashbacks.
Yep. Flashbacks. It's too much.
again?
Also, I'd say, just not. I don't want to skip, like have a big jump here, but like, I'd say when he picked or saw that pedal, he like his body relaxes and like picks it up and kind of
I
Kind of
pick it up
keeps
and
that close to it.
instantly burn away.
Oh, okay,
But the
Damn.
memory's there.
okay.
The only reason it burns away is because it wasn't a pedal when you picked it up. Don't know what it was, but it wasn't a pedal.
Well,
Look,
I didn't hear it.
it wasn't a pedal.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Would I know
didn't
it
eat
wasn't a pedal,
Yeah.
or do I just?
Yeah,
Okay,
You could very clearly tell that this was not a
No,
pedal.
I didn't even eat it.
vanished. You thought
no
at
fault.
first you burnt it away, but it vanished.
okay, good.
So
I didn't
Good.
hear you say
Try
it.
that.
As y'all are traveling north along this rock wall, you end up finding what looks to be ruins carved into the side of this wall. And you think this is a pretty good place to rest, maybe. As we switch scenes.
Mm-mm.
Now, what are y'all doing? Let me change the music real quick.
Yes, let's go rest in these ancient ruins.
Or explore
What could
them.
come
Up to y'all.
Can I roll to see if I get a bad vibe from the ruins?
Give me insight.
I just start drawing like
Or give me
ruins.
history. But to specify.
I'm gonna do insight.
Insight, sure.
Yeah, I've got a +5 history, so I'm waiting to see what
Also,
happens here.
Siegfried.
Mhm.
I got a +2 in insight.
Okay, Ferno and the Mayfai would not give a shit, but
Oh, yeah.
being specifically your religion that somehow y'all forced on the humans, Siegfried, give me a religion check.
Oh, not religion.
Not a
I've
religion.
only got a plus.
With advantage.
Wait, where's my religion?
Actually, no, you don't
Oh,
even
look,
need to
three.
fucking roll religion. You're a
Okay.
Waylander.
I got a-
literally just said it's your religion. Yeah? 11? Okay.
So I got a +2.
I'll bounce the
So
vibe
13.
check off of this. This seems to not be some kind of a, this seems to be like an altar / tomb, but the altar would be dedicated to Tyrannos, the warlord. You know, the
Hashash is
the
gonna be
god of
like-
rage and mercy, and diplomacy and brutal combat.
Hashash is gonna be like, hey, how about we not?
No, your vibe is actually super chill. He's a god.
It's like I was rolling on the vibe of, hey, this does not look safe at all.
It doesn't look unsafe to you with that roll.
I got a 13.
Yeah.
That means I need to roll higher than a 13. Fuck.
I didn't say that. I said with that roll, and
That's what you get.
The information of this being a shrine / maybe crypt dedicated to Tyrannos, who's a chaotic neutral god. Excuse me, lawful neutral god. You don't have any bad vibe.
I am internally screaming right now. I would like to say this.
Yeah. So anyway, what are y'all doing? The sun is
Siegfried.
not out, by the way. It's like
Oh,
sunrise.
it's dark.
It's sunrise. Sunset. Excuse me. Sunset.
Oh, we still have light though.
Yeah. Very, very little. It's
Well,
fading.
I am
We've
also
got
like
Ferno's
Well,
light.
you are light, yeah. But
I am
only
a
20
walking
feet.
torch.
Yeah, only 20 feet.
I think at this point, Siegfried's going to look at the others. Do any of you recognize it?
I will say over the time y'all
Uh,
had a long rest, by the way.
Oh,
If it
yeah.
matters for anyone.
Not really.
Nope, I'm good. Didn't. No, I
Also,
used a
because
spell
I was
slot.
gonna
So I get
say-
my spell slot back.
Well, y'all did get through that pretty good, and y'all learned some stuff, hit some points, did some good roleplay.
Didn't die from.
Didn't die.
They could easily wipe us out.
I think.
Like,
Hold on.
one of them could.
Let me check my notes. 1, 2. Yeah, I think y'all leveled up during that long rest. If y'all want to do that,
Right.
but I know that'll be big decisions and spells and stuff. So if y'all want to wait, y'all can wait too. But if y'all wait, I promise y'all won't have a fun time. But that's okay.
No, I think it wouldn't
It's
take
easy
that
for my
long.
character.
Yeah. Let me go. Give me a second. I need to go.
Yeah.
Good
So we'll
level.
just go down in order. Ferno.
Yeah.
Since you're at top,
Fun stuff.
roll HP.
Uh,
And also,
sick.
you know what level 3 means.
Yes.
Because it goes boom. Just bottom text, you explode now.
Yep. Okay.
That is it, and that is all. You explode now. Well, you don't explode. Your weapon explodes.
Average. Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay. Who's next in the list? That would be Hasha. Let's look at the Exemplar stuff.
Ooh, I'm a clean neck.
Homebrew classes. Let us look at the Exemplar. Where's the Exemplar? That's the vessel. There's the Exemplar. Visit site. So, Exemplar. Level 3, you get your Exalted Boon. That's it.
Yep.
Have you already chosen which Exalted Boon you were going to get? I think we talked about it.
I'm pretty
because
sure
of lore
Yeah,
things.
I was about to say it's the one we talked about.
Under the aspect of air, correct?
Yes.
You were taking which one? Wind Spirit? Or were you taking
I
Gale
believe-
Force?
I believe it's Wind Spirit.
Okay, so your steps carry you far. When you take the dash action, you can move an additional 15 feet if you only spend your movement on your turn in a straight line. Willpower, you can spend 1 willpower to take the dash action as a bonus action on your turn. So now you can just, if you're dashing and moving in a straight line, move 15 feet extra. But you can also, at any point, bonus action dash if you spend a willpower. And you start off with how much willpower again? You get.
I believe I get another one because
It should be on the chart, but I'm not seeing it. It's probably under
I'm
the willpower. Some of your aspect, you have 4 willpower and regain all expended willpower when you finish a long rest. So you have 4 willpower.
yeah. So I have 4 instead of 3. Neat. I get 1 extra.
Yeah. Where did you get 3 from? Because it says 4 under the willpower thing. Because that comes from your 2nd level. You've had that.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, cool. Well, that's yours done. Level 3 easy for Exemplar, I guess.
So roll me.
Yeah, roll your health.
That would be fighter. That would be.
D10.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Plus
Okay.
2.
All right,
Rough.
who's next? Jade.
Okay.
Druid's easy on level 3.
Okay,
ahead and-
5
yep.
plus 2, so 7.
And then you just get spells, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, I just get 2nd level spells.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm
you don't
working
get
on it.
anything else, right?
Nope,
Okay, cool.
I get my subclass at level 2.
That's right. Well, I couldn't remember if you got anything else at level 3, though. Or do you get a Druid, your subclass feature?
No.
Okay.
Oh, at level 2, yeah, I get my subclass feature.
Well, at level 3, do you get your subclass feature? A new one, I mean.
No,
Okay.
at level 3, I just get
Yeah,
2nd
that's what I
level
thought.
spells.
I don't play Druid enough, so. All right, Siegfried. Let's look at the Cryomancer.
I get Cold Aura.
Yep.
I get another spell.
Yep.
And I get another Frost Point.
Okay. And then
Problem is, I don't know what level spells I can learn because there's no chart.
Yeah, so you. That is true. I definitely didn't add one of those, did I?
Mhm.
Wait, did I? I feel like I did. Hold on. Maybe I'm
If
lying.
there's a V2,
Hold on. Let me
I've got V1 right here. Let me check for V2.
No, I never updated if I did. Let me check though. I'm just gonna pull it up. My PDF.
Okay.
Spells known. Cantrips known. Cross points. Huh. Did you look at that? I never put a column. For
Yeah,
spell
we
level.
we brought this up last time actually.
Yeah.
I leveled up.
Assume it's the same as wizard power scaling.
Okay, now I need to look up
So just
how
full cast
many
spells.
spells
It's not how many. It's
or what level they had at level 3.
Yeah. Which I think is
So
just
20,
level
yeah, 2024, 2014 was it?
2014. Because I haven't looked at any 2023
Third
classes yet other
level.
than monk.
Yeah, I have access to second level spells now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now I just have to pick a second
Well,
level
my
spell.
things don't want to drop under roll 20 L.
That's unfortunate.
Let's see,
Skill issue, maybe?
spell.
Maybe you need a better gaming chair or something?
Let me just reload the thing.
Second level.
I really
from
want
the
someone to play this
music
paladin
cast.
subclass, man. I wasn't
Ah, here
excited.
it goes.
I wasn't excited to make this until I started making it. And I'm like, man, this is a pretty badass paladin to be under ISOs. Pretty cool. All of the vessel level 20 abilities, I think I'm bragging about them. They're pretty good.
Ooh, what's this? This is an interesting spell.
What is it?
Rhymes Binding Ice.
Yeah, that is
30-foot cone.
Yep. Spoilers for the video, but they don't see this. They won't
Ah.
they won't see this, but we'll see some of the other parts of this.
Shoot, that's a new spell.
They will definitely see some of this for sure. Well,
So,
not all of it.
DM, do you know the spell Vortex Warp?
Yes.
The second level conjuration spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Why? Is that what you're taking?
I'm thinking about taking it. Is that acceptable? Because it's new, so I want to ask.
So, it's not new.
It's not new? Okay,
so
because they
what it
tied it to one of
is-
the new classes.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Mhm.
Misty Step, great. Definitely part of the Northern Weave. Would
Mhm.
Vortex Warp... It's force damage?
It's no damage at all. It's literally, it says you magically twist space around another creature you can see within range. It succeeds a con save, or they can choose to fail. Or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. It must be on a surface that is, or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze.
What am I thinking of that does damage?
You might be thinking of Kinetic Jaunt.
Maybe. Or maybe I'm thinking of one of the dashes?
There's
You're
one.
thinking about my dash.
The third level spell. What is it? The Thunderstep.
Thunderstep, that's what I'm thinking of. Yep, that's the teleport that goes boom. Vortex Warp, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I think though you flavor it however you want. Probably thunder. It's like a clap of thunder
Yeah,
or something.
I was gonna say I was thinking of mist or thunder could work.
Yeah, well, I would think Misty Step would be the mist, but that different.
Well, this is Misty Step would be fine for that's you stepping into it. This is me
Yeah.
shrouding them and
You
moving
could
them
flavor
against
them
their
both
will.
as the same. Every time I play
Yeah,
ice,
it could be Thunderclap is cool.
Yeah, well, every time I've played ice-themed characters, I've always done Misty Step as I fall into the floor into a puddle of snow, as you've seen already with
Oh yeah,
Dosnik.
and it's very cool.
As Dosnik using his spell scroll. But I've never thought of Vortex Warp and how that would. I guess it would be the same kind of magic. So yeah.
Let me just top that on.
And Thunderstep definitely does thunder damage, not force damage, so that would also be viable. Eventually, once you get third level spell.
Yep. Yeah, third level is going to be great for me. But I was like, hey, I just watched this dude teleport in and out for 5 days.
No,
I
that's
think
a
I
spell
would.
scroll. I did say he pulled something out of his pocket.
Yes, you did. But I was saying I watched him do it, and instead of being like, oh, yeah, I could do that, he's like, what if I could do that to other people?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. That's cool.
So Vortex Warp is and it's got a 90-foot range. So
Yeah, it's good. Okay, so other than spells, is everyone ready?
I need to roll my HP.
Oh yeah,
What's
roll
my
that
HP?
shit. Is it a D10? I
Yay.
think it's a D10.
I'm good.
Checking
Okay, cool.
my HP max.
D10.
Hit dies of D10. Yeah. Okay. Cool. See what happens. I have concerns.
Listen, frontline caster. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Fine
Oh,
face.
7's not bad. 7 is not bad.
You also have a +5, don't you?
Oh, I do have a +5, and I also get +1 from my subclass.
True, true.
So that's 13.
It's a +13 on HP.
So wait, plus.
So 38.
Yeah. He got a +13, so he got +5 Constitution. He rolled a 7 on a D10, and he gets +1 from his subclass.
Oh no, I have 20. I have.
Yeah, I've got 38.
I hate
What's your Constitution?
rolling HP. My Constitution modifier is 12. It's +1.
Yeah, and then you rolled a 2. So you had a
Yeah, so
you had
24.
+3 to whatever you had at level 2. But I think at level 2 you rolled pretty high, right? For HP? It doesn't matter.
I'm
Anyway,
pretty sure I did.
so, as the sun is setting, and y'all are trying to seek shelter in the desert, which, by the way, the trees aren't here. As we said, this is not sand. This is, in fact, dust.
Hit die. Do I have more hit die?
She's Hasha's like, I am not going up in that building.
Again, you have no reason to say that, but okay.
It's just like if there's a desert, and like for her, and her mindset is, if there's a desert temple
Temple to the god. Yeah.
temple to the god or anything, it is best, in her opinion, it is best left alone.
Okay. Okay. Well, and again, to be fair, like, you and Jade have no reason to care at all about the quote-unquote divine of this world, so.
I have a question.
No, you don't.
Does my character have like a care of
So, like, y'all have
things?
basically your own god of, like, fire and the desert and stuff, but it is just a reinterpretation of Shea Sun.
Hmm.
So, do with that information what you want.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Greek and Roman versions of Zeus and Jupiter. Think of it like that.
Okay.
Funny enough, David Drosian Empire and the Byzantine/Varangian Guard inspired Firefolk. So great analogy, Shiny. Good job. Pat on back. Anyway, what are y'all doing?
Good job. Good thumbs up.
Do you get a
I don't see any more shelter. I think this might be the safest place. Do you
Yes.
guys feel comfortable at least coming up to the threshold and making camp?
Also, question, Siegfried, what's your view on your deities/ancestors?
Ooh, because my people become.
Yeah, well, they could have, but specifically, y'all worship Shaylin, but also all the other ones. But Shaylin specifically.
I'm trying to remember. Shaylin is.
Ice.
Oh, now I've got to go research. Yeah,
Ice. Yeah. She's specifically like the ancestor to all the Waylanders. She birthed Rosa Wayland.
Yeah. And Ice Queen. The twin of Faith. Okay, that's where I was like, I thought there was something specific.
Yeah. Shaylin is Northern Weave. Shea Sun is Western Weave, and they are twins. And also, technically, unfortunately, a couple.
Yeah.
Not a couple.
So
They're actually not a couple. They are not romantic, but they do have children.
Gotcha.
4 specifically. Anyway.
I will say he specifically has mixed feelings about religion in general as a fourthborn. He has seen both the good and the bad of how his people treat their own. So, and he also sees the divine turns a blind eye to it.
And what are your thoughts
So while
on
he
the High Priest being dead?
he has opinions.
Yeah.
He has conjecture.
Uh-huh.
Basically, he he doesn't believe it was an accident what happened. He knows in his heart he knows that this was something happened.
Yeah, but y'all don't know any Shek, so what does it affect you anyway? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has a uneasy feeling about it.
So
I'll put it
yeah,
that way.
there's the lawful neutral god, Tyrannos, the warlord, god of rage, god of mercy, god of diplomacy, and god of straight up slaughter. Temple standing in front of you, offering shelter. What do you do?
Well, if anything dares to attack us, I could really use something to hit.
Well, before we do that, why don't
Sleeping
we
at
at
the
least
threshold.
go, investigate what's fair? Because it looks like this has been untended for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's in the middle of a dust waste. Sorry, I'm eating. It's hard to do character voices.
No, but it was
No,
it was
sorry.
more of the dialogue option that you chose. I was wondering dust waste.
That's
Very
just
apt description.
Do I notice any signs of closer to the threshold as I'm like moving up the stairs? Do I see any signs of people having tended to or cared for up closer to the entrance?
Two things. These braziers are lit. However, you know they tend to often be lit. Like,
Magically.
not magically, but religiously.
Okay.
People come and tend to the thing, but not often. But these do stay lit for a while. Being a wasteland between two mountain ranges, there tends to not be very windy here. And when it is very windy. But when it is very windy, someone will come back out here and light these. It's not been windy recently, and these are lit. Doors open.
Okay.
So that's it.
I think Siegfried is just going to continue moving that way, kind of guard up, but
Yeah.
They're on us to
That's
the god
just-
of mercy, not just slaughter. So I think, as passing travelers, we could just seek mercy.
Pilgrims, perhaps? No.
Perhaps.
Definitely not pilgrims. Anyway.
I mean, if we're really scared, I can spider or rat it up.
Oh no! Here's the thing: Siegfried's not scared. He's more like, we have to approach this carefully because I've heard stories of gods that are not
And if you
fond of being disrespected.
Ferno's still like more just mad than fear.
I want to
Yeah.
bonk. Barbarian in RP sessions 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's holding his
the last fight
axe
you
double-handed, or one hand, I guess, with a shield.
His
Also
last fight was
ignore
very
this,
one-sided.
This is my fake son.
Oh, okay.
I was just-
I don't know how zoomed in y'all are, but that is the light.
I
source.
see
Pretty
it.
zoomed in.
That is the light
Yeah.
source
Yeah, you-
casting light into the door to set the ambiance.
Okay.
Also, like, Hashash is like has that face of I don't want to be here.
So anyway, as y'all step up to the
That's
door,
why Siegfried's coming first. He's frontline.
Siegfried, you notice sand has blown into this. Excuse me, dust has blown into the temple, as happens in temples with open doors in desert regions. There is what seems to be a set of footprints. Just a set. Just one
Can I tell how recent?
No. Again,
And it's
no
not very
wind.
windy right now.
Yeah, no wind,
No.
so you could. There's no telling. No telling.
Siegfried will just kind of motion to Ferno. I think maybe we should go first.
Glad.
Would
Can
you
we-
step with me?
Okay. It's kind of funny.
I was
'cause
about
you're
to
all
say-
technically frontline. Now that I think about it, even the druids frontline.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Fucking
Wild shape.
Yeah.
circle of the moon as well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was
Yes.
about to. I would like to say, I have light-footed, so if there's any traps, I can literally just walk on it and just probably get the other stuff. But
we're looking
Hashash
for
is going to
the-
be like,
Yeah, we're looking for the initial reception right now.
So you walk
And
in,
then you
there's
will
a-
be
There's
needed.
a dude at a desk. He's offering you a bowl of butterscotch candy. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, well, oh, lovely.
And I have
Walk in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And do what?
Look
Sure.
around.
I was about to say, how about we just camp out here? It's just like, nope, I
Well,
ain't
that's
going
why I'm
in.
checking the front entry to see if we can get out of the elements.
I mean,
I had to
I
change
guess
the
Ferno
music
will look around.
as you all
Yeah.
enter.
Mhm. Reluctantly, apparently.
Again, no reason to, but okay,
Ferno's
y'all do you.
fine.
No, I'm saying like some of us are reluctant.
No, that's what I'm saying. Again, no reason to be, but sure. Anyway. Again, what
DM
do?
pulling the TPK sheet out.
Yeah.
Ferno will look at the walls. If there's any
Yeah,
obvious traps.
No. It just seems like a desert temple. Again,
Right.
temple, not a trapped thing.
Yeah, not a dungeon, a temple.
Yes.
Do you have to
Alright,
move us to a different map, or
No.
can we just continue up?
Can y'all
Okay.
not see this?
No, we see it. Yeah, I was just.
Yeah, now
It's weird.
Oh, well,
We'll
yeah,
just-
there's fog of war. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
dark.
No,
Yeah, it's making it weird looking.
I don't like this.
'Cause it's dark in there.
Okay.
It's not lit.
Well, yeah.
Alright,
So,
at
like-
which point he's Siegfried is going to hold a hand out. Is anyone here? He's like calling out.
How loudly?
Yeah, very loud. Like as loud as he possibly can, but still be respectful.
No one answers, but as you were saying it and paying attention, you did hear what sounded like a closing of what could be assumed massive stone doors. Like,
Can I tell the direction?
deeper.
Just straight in, I guess. Okay. In for a penny. Stay close, everyone. And he's just gonna forge forward with like close to Ferno so he can see, but like slightly behind.
It is nighttime, by the way. I am sunset.
Ugh.
Nice. That's much better.
Do I have
Better ambience.
any way of giving us light?
Ferno.
I don't think I even have torches.
You hired Ferno.
I did, but I don't have any
Y'all
torches.
specifically
I mean-
also didn't go buy anything.
Yeah, that's
If
the
anyone has
problem.
torches,
I can
I
make
don't.
shitty torches.
Yeah.
I have some sticks in my backpack.
You just have sticks? Oh, for your spell.
Yeah,
Those,
yeah,
are those sticks or are they
collected
twigs?
sticks.
Be honest, are they sticks or are they twigs? Wait, what's
They're
the spell
twigs.
for? What spell?
They're twigs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I
They're matches,
do
shitty
have
matches,
one.
and they're probably
I-
well, they're dried by now. So.
I also
I-
have like explorers packs, so that gives some torches.
You don't remember we did starting equipment differently.
Oh, right. Okay.
I do have, and I hate saying this, I do have 1 wand's worth of wood.
I did say that it doesn't have to be a wand; it could be a staff or anything.
Oh, okay, well then I have a staff worthy of
What kind of
wood.
wood?
Let's say, let me pull up the sheet, the rules on making, because I do have them saved.
And also, are you willing
Wand
to
maker's
get rid
tool.
of this wood?
I don't want to, but if we need to,
And also, do you realize how difficult it is to just take a stick and burn it as a torch by itself?
that's why I was going to hand it
Magic,
to.
all things are
Also,
possible.
do you realize
so
you
jot
do
that
have
down.
a dude who's literally made of fire?
All right, well we'll just have to stay close. I was trying to think of ways to use ice to like prism the light farther out, but
Ice doesn't do that. Not like that.
no, I'd have to be very clear with imperfections in it.
Yeah,
No.
and I don't think as a Cryomancer at level 3 you're that talented yet. Argument's
Exactly.
Sake. Argument's sake.
No, that's fair. That's why I was like, I'm trying to think of a way to justify it. I don't want to at level 3 justify it, so let's go ahead. We'll use Ferno as the torch. Everybody stay close to Ferno.
I am the torch.
I am the torch. Flame on.
That's right, the Hallinger torch. Or not Hallinger, Flamefolk torch.
Also, y'all's light is connecting for you, right? Like, you can see your light and his light?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see everyone's.
So
I can see,
assume
like, the
that-
2 inches.
Assume that in between you, you can also see.
Okay,
If you're ever farther away.
okay. Yeah. Siegfried's just following.
These are not
Ferno.
sarcophagus. These are statues of what look like to be monks of days past. Presumably pilgrim and warlord monks. Religion-wise, Siegfried, you know that these tombs are not to represent the dead per se. They're meant to represent people's journey through the pilgrimage of pilgriming monk to become a warlord monk. So these were representing who used to be pilgrim monks and are now warlord monks. Their old self has passed.
There's no dead here.
It just
Okay.
so there's left and right pretty much in this tomb.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ferno? Your sense of direction's always been better than mine.
I don't know if this is smart at all, but like, can I just hold my hand up and just like look at my flame and see if it moves any particular direction at all? Like if there's any wind whatsoever.
Like an
back
open
towards the
door.
Just back. Okay.
Yeah, not wind, it's just like ambient, how rooms work.
Okay. Just checking if there's
Yeah.
anything.
No.
Okay. He will just just go low is left. Well, we're going left.
Low is left, rolls exactly in the fucking middle.
Wait.
Why don't we just go ahead and go
Okay, left.
to the
Yeah.
left?
This way.
As you walk around this corner, even though it's dim light past it and it dims out, you do see a massive statue here. And it's a massive statue.
Can we tell which god it is? Or if it's a god?
It is not a god. It is just a warrior. Presumably a hero of the warlords. However, it begins to rumble.
Oh, hells.
Can we
And this
ready
is-
in action?
And Hasha would be like,
You did not say
and this is
before.
why I said,
Okay.
yeah, I was about to say, Hassa's going to say, and this is why I said we should have just camped at the door entrance.
If you've got time to complain, you've got time to ready yourself.
As it begins to rumble, the sand.
Oh, no, she's
begins to loosen.
Playing at the exact same time as she read herself.
As
Okay.
it begins to rumble, the sand begins to loosen and cracks form,
Oh no.
and the figure appears, barely visible, and presumably because of your vision right now, not visible at all. But you can barely see a silhouette of the statue move. Roll whatever you want for initiative. Tell me how you're entering it. We'll start with Ferno. How are you entering combat? Barely seeing the shadow.
I mean, he was kind of on edge,
Yeah.
kind of the whole time, like everyone else here. He will just seeing this sudden movement. He will, be always ready for combat. He will rage if he's allowed to. He's just ready to charge at anything that moves. Yes, burning rage in his body already. So if we're saying that I get to go first, or...
No. I'm asking, how are you just raging and then going to attack?
Yes.
So roll an attack. Roll the hit.
Okay. Nice. So it's dirty 20.
30, 20. Okay, so you add to the initiative the 20.
Okay.
Hasha, how are you entering combat?
She would ready her spear and wait for the thing to come closer.
Okay. So you're readying an action to hit?
Yep.
Roll to hit. You're not actually hitting, you're just using it to see your initiative. That is how the thing. I think I've explained this like 50 times. Okay.
And
So go ahead and add 10. It's a 9 plus your proficiency plus your dex to hit.
oh shit,
Yeah. It's
What
an attack roll.
a 9.
Yeah.
A 9, so 10, 11. Plus Dex, 12.
12 in total?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you did roll hella low, didn't you?
Yep.
For your stats, that's right. I completely forgot. Okay, so your initiative is 11. Go ahead and add yourself to initiative for 11.
Can we maybe just like move Ferno so I can see what we're like?
Well, we have to see if he goes first.
I just mean like to see. We vaguely
You
know where
saw
he is.
a silhouette move. We have to determine combat order, but it is moving aggressively towards you.
Yeah, but like where? Can you like? If we can
this
vaguely
way.
see it move, okay,
Oh.
cool. Because I need to be able to fire off a spell,
Yeah.
so I need to know
you can see enough
vaguely
to
where it
target.
is.
Yeah, you can see enough to target.
Shit, I forgot to add an initiative. Fuck.
Click your token, click the 3 dots, click at the close to the top, add to initiative. There you go. And then 11. Edit it over at the top left where the cross sword is. Yep. Okay. And then Jade, you're firing a spell. What are you hitting? First roll to cast.
Think about it.
Whatever the spell is.
Maybe it's not a great idea.
Okay.
I feel like it's just gonna harm. I mean, I could dispel it immediately. I'll fuck it. We ball.
Hmm.
Is this Moonbeam I hear?
Come on.
No, it's not.
Okay, so
What was
that's
the
a
spell?
9. I was gonna try to cast Spike Growth.
Oh, Spike Growth, yeah. You
Well, that
unfortunately
wasn't
lost
gonna
the
be all that I did. I was gonna transform into a brown bear after.
spell. After, yeah, on your turn. But what was that total roll of the failed spell?
A 9.
So your initiative is 9. And then Siegfried, what it is?
Oh, I wish I was clever.
What it do?
Can I assume how size? Large, giant?
It's a pretty big
Gargantuan,
silhouette. Like Ferno size, but maybe bigger.
Okay.
Statue
I'm
size, in
thinking.
fact.
Because we all know statues come in universal sizing.
Jade, are you adding your? Did you forget how to add yourself to the?
Well, I asked for a specific reason.
Oh,
How
there it
far
is.
away from us is it?
5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20 from you. If you're in this square. And,
If I'm in which one? The one I'm in?
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was locking
That's
all the
20.
squares. Yeah, 20.
That's fine. So, there was a question I asked. Statues are heavy, yes.
Often.
Lightning lure pulls something towards you 10 feet in a straight line,
True.
within 15 feet.
True.
If it was heavy enough, I was going to try to use it to pull myself to it.
I would say that would be cool. However, and I think we've already had this conversation, I have an Eldritch Invocation that specifically does that thing. So no.
You said there was.
Wasn't that for
Oh.
items?
Yeah.
It's pulling the items to you and you to the things. Because the lightning
Oh,
lure
this-
invocation
This is counting.
lets you
Yeah.
pull you to terrain or objects in general. Whereas normal lightning lure specifically is like,
Pull an enemy to you.
yeah. So you could pull the enemy.
Well, it says one creature, so yeah.
Which is to you, yeah. But the lightning
Yeah,
lure
sucks.
invocation that I have specifically says you can pull yourself to the creature or yourself to terrain or objects. You can target objects with it.
Yeah, we discussed it with objects. I didn't realize it was for enemies as
Yeah.
well. Okay.
It's listed in the homebrew feats and spells, I believe. Yeah, homebrew feats and
Um,
spells, and then campaign themed invocations.
Something to look forward to. Oh wait, nope, I can't. I'm not
Warlock.
a warlock.
Not
Damn.
yet.
Oh well.
Well, my brother's a feat.
Yeah, Eldritch Adept.
I could take a feat at level 4, yes. We'll see, because I am feeling very limited in how I want to be creative with Lightning Lord.
100%. I understand entirely, and that's why.
Because there's so much you can do with it.
Yep. And that's why.
All right, you know what? This might be a dumb idea.
No dumb ideas, just dumb people who have ideas.
You say
First,
that. We've already got low
Success.
visibility.
True.
We've already got low visibility. I want to drop. No, that would just piss everyone off. Okay.
Piss dagger? Oh, I heard piss and I got excited.
No, I said it would piss everyone off if I did something.
Oh, okay. Understood.
Even though I have a reason for doing it, it would still piss everyone off.
Understood.
Yeah, I guess. Shit. Wait, there's no size limit on Vortex Warp.
I don't think so.
Could I attempt to... Because it's 90 feet, anywhere I can see, I can move it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't see 90 feet away. So it's pointless. Because it's limited by vision, I'm assuming.
Because it does say that you can see. And I'm just saying you're barely able to see him just enough to cast a targeted spell on him.
Alright, yeah, then I guess we'll just have to go with
range of
something.
vision from Ferno, can't see shit.
technically, you could move into the darkness and you'll still see my light. You'll just be
Alternatively,
surrounded by
you could just
darkness.
decide to go after Ferno has moved toward the target.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to hold action.
Yeah.
And I actually want to I hope you guys will forgive me for this. I want to cast Fog Cloud.
Okay.
Like, to where it's just barely inside the fog cloud, so it's getting wet.
Read me Fog Cloud's description and if it goes around corners. I know Fireball does. I don't know if Fog Cloud wraps around corners and stuff.
Oh, it definitely does.
You create a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. The sphere is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration or until a strong wind, such as one created by gust of wind, disperses it. It does not say anything about corners at all.
Okay.
It just says that it creates a sphere of fog.
So you're basically just hitting it. You're trying to
Yeah,
cast
like
well,
behind
says
it,
a point
so
you
that
can see.
it's walking through it, basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let me do this. This is not lightning. This
That's
is
why I'm holding it. Yeah.
This is the farthest point you could cast it away from y'all.
Yeah, I just want it to have to walk through it so it gets wet.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I guess I have to roll for that. It's a level 1
yeah,
spell.
Roll to cast first.
Because that's a... I'm trying to remember casting rules. It's spellcasting mod plus proficiency.
Yep.
Plus 8.
No, the DC is spell level.
No, my spellcasting modifier is
your
plus
spell
7.
to check is roll a d20, add your proficiency plus your spellcasting mod.
So yeah, plus 7. Okay. D20 plus 7. Got it. 2, 3, 4, 5,
Your
6,
save
7.
DC has that plus 8. That's what you're thinking.
My save DC is 50. Wait, that plus 8? Oh yeah, it's 15. Good. Yay, 25.
Fog Cloud, but not yet because.
Yeah, once Ferno's done.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Once I can see
what was
it
that
and
total?
can aim it.
What was that total?
25.
So you want to just choose to go after Ferno? So just do 19.
I want to choose to where. Yeah. Let me see here. I gotta remember how to do
It's
that.
not really a holding action. You're just choosing to go after.
Add to initiative.
And then like.
Where's my initiative at? I'm looking for where to add the number.
Are you up at the top left on the cross swords?
Oh, okay, I do it up there.
Yeah.
I was trying to do it on the token.
No, you're good. Okay. Ferno.
Yeah,
Running up
so.
and bonking. After raging.
Yes.
So bonus
Yeah,
action rage,
he's
and then
just
you run up and
a
bonk,
burst
and
of
you have
flames.
successfully attacked, so roll the damage.
Yeah. So,
Also presumably move up to the thing. Yep. You saw
Yeah,
where
oh.
he was because the fog cloud has not been placed. That's why I have not obscured its vision.
yeah, runs straight up to it, attacks, and so it just automatically hits after that.
Yeah, you already rolled to hit and was successful.
Okay.
So roll damage.
Yep.
We're about to see some crazy shit because Ferno is level 3.
Go
That
boom.
and that. Nice.
So you're
So-
just doing automatically rolling that extra damage.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So 6 slashing and then 6 fire.
6, 5. Understood.
As he uses his initial rage burst to infuse its attack with flame. Oh, and that's just the dice rules. I forgot to add, and 6 more on top of that from my plus bonuses. Forgot to add.
Oh, yeah. So,
From rage, from my
18
weapon.
in total? I know how to do math.
18, yes.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, because there's no reason to do my extra thing.
Okay, next is Guard of the Warlord's turn. He is going to pull off of his back this spear. It's a short spear. It's like a handheld. Like, think of the Assassin's Creed Odyssey spear. It's that. And then out of his other side, he's going to pull out a sickle. And he's going to attack you with the spear. This is a +5.
Oof.
22. You have your shield back, by the way.
I do.
Yeah. Oh,
Doesn't-
you have it equipped for your armor class, and your armor
Yes.
class visible is correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So that hits. Meets
Yeah,
beats it.
very
Not
much
meets
so.
beats it, but over
No.
beats it.
Completely beats it.
So it's gonna be. God. Girl. Okay. Oh.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
no.
wow.
It's just flat 13 piercing. As he.
Okay.
Straight in.
So-
the plate, man.
Down to 7.
Mhm.
Okay. Wait. Takes.
Siegfried. You cast the spell.
I was thinking of like just to where it's more.
Yeah, but the wall
Like-
blocks the whole having to be able to vision see thing. So 5, 10.
It's a sphere.
So that is the range of it.
All right. Could we move it? I don't know, like over here, so that it's not really blocking Ferno, but more just getting it wet.
Like the corner of that. Oh,
Well, the issue with it being moved. Ferno's still kind of in it.
I'm fine with
Okay.
being in it.
All right, as long as you're okay, because
Yeah.
I'm about to light that shit up with lightning.
I have never had that interaction.
Really?
Usually,
It's
No
fog.
one's
It's
ever
water.
done that. No, I'm not saying that's wrong, and you can do that. I'm
Yeah.
saying I've never
Yeah.
seen a player try that.
See,
I think I was asking you about lightning lure.
my little bit in the Discord before we started makes sense. Think outside the box.
That's right.
But lightning lure is targeting creatures. Just want to forewarn you.
Mm-hmm. As does statue not count?
Visible creature. That
Especially if it's
invisible to
unanimated.
fog.
But that's why I'm saying I want to be able to see it. Like I want to
It
lightly and
specifically
so.
says heavily obscured.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fine. I'll just have to get up in there and do it. Close range then.
I mean, you could hit me. Maybe you'll like go through the fog.
That would have to be a DM thing. You would have to be grappling it.
I don't know.
This is up
Yeah,
to
what
whatever
we-
y'all try. Y'all can certainly try. I will certainly attempt to allow you to the best of my ability based on common sense.
Hmm.
And rules.
Sorry that I do complicated things.
No, you're good. It's good. I like creative rather than I walk up and wrong. No.
I mean, honestly, I do plan to grapple him
Yeah,
eventually.
no, yeah.
So,
Really? Wait, hold on. Really? Because attacks
Yeah.
every round. Boom. Okay, that's fine. You know, you do you.
I know my plans. I
Sure.
put
No,
D&D
100%.
before.
That's you. So that's your turn, Siegfried. No movement or anything. Just fall.
I will be moving closer because I have to be able. Now that I've seen where it is, I want to be
Yeah.
within range to use my spell. So I am
Yeah.
going to.
You know he's in front
move.
of Ferno, and you know that this would be 5 feet, within 5 feet of him.
Yeah, so I'm going to move here. It's 10 feet.
Yeah, and as you move within 10 feet and he has a spear, he's going to use... No, I'm kidding, he doesn't
He
have
can't
it.
see me. He's heavily obscured.
Well, even if he could, he doesn't have the thing that lets you attack opportunity on that, because that'd be busted for a 0-0. Anyway. That's your turn.
I don't have any bonus actions, I don't think.
Alright, guard's turn. He is going to attempt to bonk Ferno again at disadvantage because it is heavily obscured. 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. He misses. So y'all all see like this massive spear of sand go whoosh, right past Ferno and come back to him.
Wait, we told it's made of sand?
Sand, yes. Really, really
Oh, I had-
rugged sand. Almost as if it were sandstone.
Okay, I was like, water would be really good against sand, and then you're like, oh, sandstone.
Well,
I'm like, oh,
and
never
sandstone
mind.
is sand. It's just more compact. And we know what fracking does.
Yes, we do.
So anyway, that is his turn.
But that's modern times.
Well, it's still a premise. Rivers exist. People
It
know
is.
that.
Yeah.
Also, fucking Grovewood, you grew up there, and it is decently high tech. I bet fracking exists for mining. But it's recent, but it's not that recent. That's Victorian age things. Actually, shit, I think the Romans fucking did it with aquifers and just blasted mountains with it, actually. Anyway. Hasha.
Greeks had legends of it. Labor's Hercules.
Well,
Well, that was literal.
You redirected a river.
Yeah.
You redirected
Yeah.
a river.
Cow shit, not mountains.
But same premise.
okay.
It was
so
supposed to be a
everyone
mountain
can
cow
see
show.
Also, again, rivers.
move up
Yeah, yeah.
a little
Yep.
bit. Is like, this is gonna suck.
It still looks like your character's in a wheelchair. That's so unfortunate.
If you hit me,
I can't because it's the fact that you're about to grapple it, and I'm trying not to hit you. It's like, nope.
As long as you don't.
She's
roll
not
that
gonna do
one,
it.
As long as you don't.
I
roll
mean,
that
I'm
one.
not saying I'm about to grapple. Like, I'm still like holding my
He's
blade.
planning
Like,
to.
you don't know exactly.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
no one's
Hasha,
saying anything.
Hasha,
No one's
as
playing.
long as you don't roll in that one, you're chilling. But unfortunately, you're not close enough to attack.
I know that's why I'm like, and it's heavily obscured. So
you know where it
I
was though, and you have not heard it move.
and so the problem, the dilemma is, I have to take a disadvantage.
True.
Yes.
However, you are capable of having the common sense enough to know you can position yourself to where if you miss, you're not gonna stab Ferno.
Yeah. So and also I'm gonna have to dodge. Fuck. So I'm gonna position myself where I don't stab Ferno at all.
Okay. Well, that's
And-
the direction to not. The best bet is here. So if you are hitting,
Yeah.
going past Ferno anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So
You
So-
can't seem to find the square, man.
He really.
I
was
cannot
not gonna
find
say
a square.
But he really. You're allergic to grids, Hasha.
fuck you.
I even turned snapping on for you, so you like. It's harder for you to do what you do, but somehow you still do it seamlessly every time.
Because I can break everything I touch,
So anyway.
and I don't mean to.
Indeed.
Go ahead and roll it with a disadvantage. Well, you already rolled to hit for this attack.
Yeah,
That
but
was your initiative.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to roll disadvantage for the first one because you are already running up to attack him, presumably. So go ahead and roll damage. Actually, you didn't.
Alright.
You didn't hit. So
Yeah, I didn't
you
hit,
missed.
so I missed.
Yeah. So you run up,
Eh.
the fog cloud poof, in your face. You're like, ah, and you miss. Bonus action.
It's just like
movement.
I could, but it will also fucking knock out the cloud.
You just moved 30 feet, by the way.
Yeah. So what I'm essentially is one of my abilities. If I dash away,
Yeah.
it will knock out any obscurities.
Yep.
And concerning, so
You
I'm like
literally just
shit.
got that.
Yep, it's like fuck.
Aspect
Oh.
of the
So
winds.
she's-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my level 3 ability. I wonder how that interacts with Fog Cloud.
Oh.
What class is Hasha again?
Exemplar.
Exemplar.
I was
Oh,
going to say
okay.
run and hide.
Sean, the problem is it's a pretty big fucking area of effect.
That's, like I said, it's your thing. Do what you do, you though. I got your back.
Well, also directionality is an important thing.
Yeah.
I think it specifically says that as well, doesn't it? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. So, bonus action movement?
I've got options.
Nope, no bonus action movement.
Okay. Guard's turn. He's going to attempt to attack Ferno again. Let's use the first one to cross the line. Disadvantage because of fog. Oh. That
Damn, it
hits,
really wants to hit
17,
you.
18, 19, 21, 22. 22,
Yeah.
yep. Full damage. So it is
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Okay, better. 8 piercing as the spear
So,
takes purchase.
4.
And I'm trying not to fuck up Sean's fucking thing. It's like, I can't help.
Yeah.
It's cool. I've got shit now. I've got 2 things I want to do. I want to make sure this is, yeah, it is a bonus action. So I will say on my, like, get more than 10 feet away from Siegfried if you can.
Cold aura.
Yeah, I'm about to, all beings, including allies, because allies are
I
beings.
wrote that specific. I love those kinds
Yep.
of effects because I'm an awful person. Just like Ferno's explosions do go boom to allies.
Yeah. Which is why it's like a one initial thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Or just spacing because they both have spears. Actually, I'm pretty sure Jade's is your 10-foot reach.
Yeah, my
And
spear.
then Hasha's spear is also 10-foot reach. Just-
Yep.
So you could have taken a step back, but if you want to, I'll allow you to say that you were here when you had the disadvantage.
Yeah, when I
You
had the
would-
disadvantage,
you
I
would
was here.
probably know that Ferno. Well, no, because you
Well,
were level. I'll just give it to you. I'll just give it to you, so you don't have to take the damage. Unless Ferno would tell you, "Hey, I got a little
I mean,
pack behind the punch now." Actually,
I mean, if
before
you have
Ferno
reach,
did it-
why not use reach?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you use a reach, Hasha?
Yeah.
Why would you get up in there?
Yeah, I was about to say I could use
Yeah. So
reach.
You want to just be here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Anyway, Cold Aura, if you think it's going to freeze the cloud, it will not, because it does not say it freezes anything, just saying.
No. But
Okay.
I'm just curious how Cold Aura plus Fog Cloud plus Lightning Lure are going to interact with each other.
Oh, well, Lightning Lure is a save, not a attack. roll.
Yes, but it also causes
Yep.
lightning.
Oh, well, it is dexterity. But the lightning damage only comes through if they end within 5 feet of
5
you.
feet.
So,
And
you can move.
who says, I'm going to be moving closer. Plus,
We'll-
it's pulled
We'll see
10
what
feet towards
happens
me.
when it happens. Anyway,
Mhm.
it hit its attack. Jade. You were
Alright.
casting spell,
It's-
failed, so bonus action.
Attempting to cast
Spike growth.
Spike Growth, getting really upset when it failed,
And then you had
and then
bonus
turning
action.
into a brown bear.
Brown
with
Bear.
my
I don't
bonus
even have
action.
a token for that. You didn't tell me you were
That's-
going to do that ever. You also never
That's
told me what
fine.
Like, hot keys you wanted me to have for your tokens. But it's okay.
Oh,
I can
did
grab
you
them real quick.
need them?
Yeah, I didn't tell you to do that. That's my fault. But
I was
I can-
just gonna size up my token and be like,
nah,
Yep,
we gotta
I-
get into it. Yeah, like she says.
Oh my.
But like I do in the fashion of all temporary tokens, I'm gonna do a
Can-
meme. So copy image.
"Why are you gonna make me Freddy Fazbear or something?"
That's a funny idea.
Yes.
No, that is not what I'm.
I mean, roll 20, you
No,
can
we need
just
to move.
get the token really quickly. This is not roll 20.
Yeah, but I don't like Roll20 either, and that's not an argument for me to like Roll20 either, because there's so much wrong with it.
Well, I'm just saying
No,
there's in-game tokens
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you can
that's-
easily get, which
this
I
is
did.
funnier, and then also I'd rather them have the options of what tokens they want. So world,
Imagination.
their characters, Jade, add, upload,
Oh.
import.
Why'd you be Yogi Bear from like 1950?
That's a good idea too. Oh, I didn't change the size of it. 10 foot, right? It's a large creature.
Oh, that's not bad. Could have
And
been
then-
worse.
And then just edit your text. I'll do text if you edit your info.
Why'd you...
What? What?
just deleting my thing.
I didn't
Okay,
delete you.
11.
I invisibled you because you're not there anymore. Do you want the
Okay.
information?
No, it's fine. Alright. And then I was a 9, so I wanted to go
Oh,
up
I deleted
here.
I didn't delete your thing. I'm about to add you back to the initiative, so you don't have to worry about it if that's what you're talking about.
And then, well, I can't really see.
No.
You know where it
You
is.
know where he was, but it's still disadvantage.
Okay, well, that's fine. I get multi-attack. So, go for the bite first.
Yeah, roll to hit disadvantage. If you roll in that one, Hasha will be getting bit. Okay.
Yay.
So that's 5 plus 6, so 11.
11 does not hit.
Okay, then
Unfortunately.
for the claws, that's
Whew.
17.
Double 11s.
17 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's 2d6 plus 4. So that's
Nice.
8 plus 4, so that's 12 slashing.
12.
Wait,
What?
I can't attack this turn, actually, because I already used my action. So can we just say I did this next turn? My bad, if I'm still alive. I'm so sorry.
I'm
What did you use your action
allow
for?
This. Action to fail to cast the spell. I'm gonna say
Oh,
you failed to cast
yes.
the spell before combat because you killed the thing.
Okay, cool. Wait, what?
You killed the thing.
Oh,
What thing?
The statue.
neat. Okay, well,
That
Oh.
worked.
that
Okay.
I mean, Ferno took slightly less damage. It missed once.
I was dazed for a moment, like, what do you mean by kill?
Why is there 3 Mates of Pride?
Ferno
Jesus
got
fucking
it
Christ.
very, very low with that explosive.
yeah, I
hit.
mean, I know Ferno did most of the work.
Yeah, you did
I just-
11 damage and it had 9 HP left. So.
For being a statue, I just thought it had a ton of hit points. So.
Made of sandstone.
Fragile.
Actually,
Very
I did
fragile.
12
Very-
damage.
Soft stone. So anyway, y'all can drop out of initiative. Are you staying a bear?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay a bear for a little while. I have an hour of bear time, so I might as well get the most of it.
Bear time.
Bears
Brown
basically
bear,
have
brown bear.
opposable
What
thumbs.
do you see? Because you have dark vision, right?
No,
Bears don't have dark vision?
bears don't have dark
No.
vision.
No.
On what
They don't.
planet?
That's never been a thing.
They do have
No.
keen smell, so I can
There's-
sniff
you can
around.
Snort some sand.
There's very few creatures that have dark vision, D&D, for some reason.
I feel
And
like
I
someone
was
could
about to-
ride atop my shoulders.
that is true. Medium-sized creatures, so not Ferno. That would be funny though. Well, is it your size or smaller, or medium size or smaller?
I think it has to be medium or
Yeah, 'cause
smaller.
that's
I think
like
it's like a
centaurs.
size below you.
Yeah. That's also the reason why centaurs, being medium-sized creatures, can ride centaurs. So anyway, those jokes
So
aside,
weird.
Uh,
They can also ride horses.
True.
Oh, check. Right. I'll
They
be
also
down.
ride humans.
They're good.
Talk about
Also,
societal
are they healing at all? I forget about.
Does anybody have healing?
Does anyone?
I need.
She's not a Mayfai right now, so she's not healing. But Hasha is. But Hasha's not within 5 feet of you. And it's not in
It's
combat
within 5
anymore.
feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's only in combat stuff.
Yeah. I did nerf that, by the way. I think I explained that. I nerfed
Even
it.
further.
Yeah, I nerfed it, and it only happens if someone else needs healing. They'll benefit from their own healing, but they won't be constantly healing unless it's combat.
Okay.
Because as we saw,
Little broken.
yeah,
Yeah.
one Mayfai was a little busted.
There's 2 of them.
And then there's 2.
They essentially you have infinite fucking health.
Infinite.
And
Yeah, so I
Nerf to the ground.
the shit. I didn't nerf them to the ground. They still do decent healing passively. Passive healing alone is pretty good. We can all agree.
During combat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
During combat, it's pretty good.
I'll just keep attacking this thing and pretend we're still in combat.
No. So anyway, you bonk this thing, and then you claw it, and it doesn't crumble to the ground. It stands back up, reforms itself back into a statue position, and you will hear a voice. It says, "Pass."
We've stumbled into a trial of the warlords.
Yep. And I was not keen on taking a test today. I don't even have my notes.
I didn't study. So anyway, what y'all doing?
Do we continue, or do we turn around and try the other direction?
I'm
I
gonna sniff
continue.
around the room.
Smells like sand and dirt and dust and strangely, would you have smelled this before? Probably. Smells familiar, but you don't know what it is.
Because we know someone closed a door somewhere around here.
True. Well, you know that.
Well, we heard it. Yeah.
Well, you heard that. I don't know if you told them, but they didn't hear it.
Oh, I mean, Ferno was right next to me, so I assumed he heard it, and they were right behind me.
Yeah, he was probably maybe too angry to hear, but I don't think he specifically said he was trying to listen out or anything. Did you, Ferno?
Nope, he's just.
All right, so Siegfried is okay. We have left Hasha behind again.
Yeah,
Um,
I think Hasha just.
Hasha
let
can
him come.
catch him.
Hasha's got legs, though.
Like, I don't want to be alone in the dark.
Hasha wind steps towards y'all. Erupted.
Yeah, it's like, oh. And Siegfried,
about to
as we're
say-
wondering... Go on.
Hasha, by the way, I hope you understand how that ability could be used with the charger feat. Just saying.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm gonna pick up. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh yes, I got infinite fucking yeet.
Yeah. Like,
That-
when you said Exemplar, and then we talked about air aspect being the closest to Artemis, and then I thought, wait, you have spears, and then there's the whole charger feat. Oh, fuck. Again, still, they're not actual sarcophagus. They are just representations
Sniff.
of old
Sniff,
selves
sniff.
passing. Smells like
Sniff,
dirt
sniff.
and sand and something familiar, but you're not quite sure.
Siegfried is finally going to mention, I don't know if you heard when we came in, but I heard a large set of doors closing somewhere. Someone is here. Or something.
With the most aspirated, yay, yippee.
I know you're a crafter, but you're honestly just as good of a fighter as I am.
Perhaps they were taking this test too.
Possibly.
I couldn't tell the direction when we came in.
It was deeper.
So, all I know is it's deeper in this temple.
Very echoey in here, surprisingly.
All I hear is Hasha going, I don't want to be here, here.
This fucking sucks.
And her mind is like, this is the one-way start trip for everything to go wrong.
As you move there, Ferno.
Yep.
No, never mind. Continue.
Okay.
It's just like,
Good.
I was about to say,
I
let-
don't think we have to worry about
As you
trap.
move there, Ferno.
Okay.
I was about to say, Ferno,
You
Ferno,
see
please,
that
for the love of
statue,
God.
It starts to shake. Roll initiative. And by roll initiative, I mean, what do you do?
God damn it.
God-
I can see it this
And-
time.
Yeah,
Um,
Ferno moved up just enough.
Can I attempt to like charge and grapple it? Just
Yeah,
like,
you can. Go ahead and roll that grapple check, the athletics check.
not another one of these.
And then he is going to have disadvantage because he's still technically a statue if you roll high.
Can I get advantage since I like
No.
want to rage?
Hold
and-
on, lacking.
So just one.
Rage would have ended at the end of that. Well, no. I don't
mean,
know
I
how
can
long, how
re-rage.
slow y'all were fucking moving, but y'all were moving pretty
Oh,
slow.
it would definitely be done.
Yeah.
It lasts for a round if we don't do anything.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
Close
Still
next.
too long.
6 seconds.
We're moving relatively slow.
Yeah, so you'll have to rage again. So
I'll just do one. See what happens.
in total,
12.
that's your initiative. Jade, walking up.
Yeah,
and
I'm
slashing,
gonna-
assuming? That's not the right
Yeah.
music. Hold on.
I would like to walk up and munch, crunch, baby. That's a
Munch, crunch,
18.
baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Technically, I have a multi-attack, but let's just say the munch
Under
goes first.
desert. Sandy everywhere. Under desert. It's even
It's
in
in
my
my
hair. Under desert. So anyway, Yeah, go ahead and roll a hit.
I can?
To hit?
Yeah, well,
What do you mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
you got movement to run up. You still have to roll a hit to enter initiative.
Oh yeah, I
she
did.
rolled a
I
18.
got an 18.
Oh, fuck. That's your initiative then, and you're to hit as well.
Yes.
I'm fucking
I'll
spacing out right now, is what's happening.
put it in the tracker. Just give me a sec.
Yep.
Ground control to Major Tom.
That's not even like a applicable to any scenario we've had so far, I don't think.
No?
Maybe you disappearing. I don't know.
You were space connecting. You were space cadetting on us,
Oh,
so.
yeah, that's true.
Still hungry. This sucks.
Same.
Want-
I'm-
Hasha.
I ate dinner.
So
Why are you
I'm
smaller suddenly?
I would like to know that too,
Not
but
square,
oh well.
it's relative.
Ah,
So the same thing with reach again. I'm trying not to hit Ferno.
So there?
Yeah.
Okay. And roll a hit.
This is C +2, so let's see what I get. Nope, wrong dice.
19 plus
21.
Alright, that's your initiative. And then Siegfried.
seeing as how everybody is rushing in to fight up front, what's the range on Frostbite? Checking real quick. I've got my list
Far
pulled
enough.
up. Yep, far enough. That's what I
I think
know.
it's 30 feet.
60 feet.
60.
Since at least one person is ahead of me, I'm gonna go get a snack real quick.
You're... I don't have time to make ramen. Or that's what I do.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna go grab a already made biscuit and be back in less than 5 minutes.
Anyway, Siegfried. Roll the cast. Wait.
I'm checking which one works better. Frostbite's a save.
Yeah. Well, but it's a cantrip, right?
It is a cantrip.
So you don't have to roll the cast, so it's a save. So...
DC 15.
And it's
his save will be your initiative in reverse. Does that make sense? It'll make sense when I explain it. With
Gotcha.
the visual representation. And by visual representation, I mean his roll. First, let me open the stats so I can see. It's a con save?
Yep.
This is a-
I'm just mostly going for
It's cool.
ice or just sand at this point is what I'm trying for.
Sure, I understand. So
Oh, yes.
that is a 3, so it's successful, and your initiative is 17. Does that make sense
Okay.
why that worked out?
Yeah, because the DC save and barrel.
Yeah. Wait, 2, 3, yeah, 17. Wait, no, it would be 18.
It'd be 18.
Yeah, I understand how that... I understand what I was trying to do. I'm glad you did, too.
Mhm.
'Cause
I
didn't
figured it
fucking
out.
say it. So yeah, 18 is your initiative. What is your dexterity score?
My dexterity is a 20 with a +5.
I'm pretty sure Hasha's is lower. I mean, Jade is lower, so you will be 19 in initiative.
Indeed, it is.
Welcome back.
Enjoy that tasty, tasty pastry.
It is delicious. It is a cheddar cheese biscuit from the Red Lobster.
Oh, no, not Lobster Bay. Or the Cheddar Bay Lobster fucking biscuits.
Yeah. How old?
No,
is
I
it?
mean straight up Red Lobster, and they're
Yeah.
fresh because they were made from a box.
But how long is
They're
it?
so good.
I mean, they were made maybe an hour ago at most.
So they're still warm. Oh,
Yeah, they're still warm.
Oh,
I also had a little bit more fish.
yeah.
damn it.
Okay, so I
I'm
also
hungry.
should just do this. Womp womp womp. I don't know, so I can see him. Oh wait, I never
How
fucking boom. There we go. Hasha,
oh my.
the roll damage.
All right. 1d10.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Plus.
Huh.
Nice.
And damage.
Plus.
Plus your mods.
Plus, it'll be. Wait. Hold on. God damn it! I gotta
Dex
find.
proc. So 3, I think, because
Dex.
one +1 dexterity. Or are you using strength? What's your strength?
Damage is just it's just the mod.
So I'll probably be using
Oh,
dexterity
yeah,
at the
right.
moment, concerning.
Yeah. So it's just a +1. You're right. It is just the mod. It's not proficiency. proficiency. I don't.
Attack gets proficiency.
Yeah,
Damage gets mod.
I've also never added the proficiency to the damage, so I don't know why I said that. Probably because I was still waiting for the roll, even though we already did that. Anyway. So how much damage is total?
So
11?
11.
Okay.
I just imagine Hasha just flew by Ferno just really quickly. It's like, beep, beep, bing.
Yeah. So, you do that. Bonus action. Fetal position and cry.
Nope.
Okay.
Just because that's your 5.
So how does the healing apply?
At the end of the turn.
Okay.
And I'm
You
a
only get it from
bonus
Jade
action.
is bear.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a bonus action. Dash around Ferno and get right behind him, so I can be away from the Sandstone Guardian.
So you're spending the willpower to dash as a bonus action. Make sure you remember that.
Yep.
So you have 3, and guard is going to take an off attack.
It has
Funny thing
reach?
Is he's a large.
So he's gonna have a disadvantage
Because
of Righteous Act because of when. So you gain the fallen air due to your connection to the expressive air. Well, it's wind step actually. Increase your speed by 10 feet, and opportunity attacks has a disadvantage.
Oh, you're right. Yep. Okay. Sorry, I didn't make this class, so that's something I didn't remember. So disadvantage. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that means it beats your armor class. So that is roll low. Oh wait, there was supposed to be an extra one. So 11,
Extra.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 damage.
Youch.
Yeah, extra one.
Jesus.
This is the next step of the trials. It's gotta be harder.
Is that on me or
So-
Ferno? Sorry.
That's Hasha.
Hasha's running
On
away.
Hasha? How did they even hit Hasha?
Opportunity.
Hasha was
attack.
here and then ran
Object.
away up attack.
Oh, okay.
Because the
Damn.
full
Yeah.
spear and large creature reach thing.
That's 15 feet of reach, right?
No, because it's a shorter spear. Because it's just
Ah.
like the spearhead and then some stick.
Gotcha. It's a regular sized spear, just a large creature.
Basically, yeah.
You need a feat in order to get the full opportunity attack range of a spear.
Yeah, you do. As a charismatic
For a
player.
halberd, yeah.
As a player, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
I was just saying.
You know, I know. I understand. Thank you for your knowledge. That sounds super sarcastic.
I
I'm
just-
not trying to be, but you know what I mean.
So I'm just imagining how Celeste is just like, excuse me for, and just as she just gets absolutely almost obliterated.
So anyway,
As
Hasha,
a-
you instantly heal for 2, Inferno heals for 2 once your turn's done.
Whoa.
You get a tenth of the damage back.
Well, okay, to be fair, it was way more before.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. You heavily nerfed it. It's
Yeah,
like
it was giga nerfed for obvious reasons.
it only works in combat. It's
Yeah,
super
it did.
less hit points.
And I think we could all agree that was a good nerf.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise,
And that
it would've
wasn't
been just as
sarcastic.
shit.
That
Yeah.
wasn't sarcastic. That was genuinely like, hey, you got some health back.
No, 100%. Alright. That being said,
I mean,
that's
for
the
me,
end
it's
of your
equivalent
turn.
of
As
4.
it attacks you, it is its turn. On its reaction, it attacks you, of course. So it's going to then, with its spear, just kind of whoop at. Let's see, who is it going to hit? Ferno hit the area first, actually, so it's just going to be Ferno again.
I mean, I didn't touch anything. I was just
No, but
No,
you
you
walked
more or less
into
touching
its zone first.
oh yes, I activated.
Yeah. So there's going to be a flat roll. Plus 5. 18. So you're taking
Yeah.
reduced damage by 11. And this is boom, boom, boom. 23.
Oof.
Minus 11. So
Uh,
12.
12.
12 piercing as he
Then
goes.
6. Okay.
This one also is going to bonus action. And with the sickle, he's going to swing at the bear.
Yep.
12. So that,
Just barely hit.
yeah. Is that your bear? form AC?
Your bear AC should be higher.
No,
Yeah,
my
bear
bear
AC
AC is 11.
Ooh,
That is wild.
Because it's a bear.
yeah. Well, it's got a bunch of
Well,
HP though, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a dire wolf, I'd have
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
14, but I'm not a dire wolf.
17 slashing.
17 slashing. All right. Where can I keep track of this?
Character sheet.
17, 17, 17, 17, 17.
You know, the character sheet is actually editable, so I just use that to keep track of my stuff.
True. It's almost like I advocated that in the beginning, and I advocated against D&D Beyond and Roll20, but said you could if you wanted to struggle.
I can use the character sheet. It's called I'm a bear and I have a different HP total.
All I'm hearing is Shiny was right, and I don't want to admit it.
I'm pretty sure that just halves my HP, so I'm pretty sure I'm at 17 if I had
Yeah.
34.
Well, you're not supposed to say that, but yeah. Okay.
Anyone can look up the bear.
True, but that's metagaming.
This is funny.
So anyway, all I'm hearing is Shiny was right, and I don't want to admit it. So anyway, that is his turn because he's not moving. Who's up next? That would be Siegfried.
Indeed.
So,
Siegfried cast Frostbite.
yeah, roll damage.
That is a d6, I believe.
Sure is.
Oh, that's 2 ice damage.
And he's slowed,
Or cold.
right?
It has disadvantage on the next weapon attack it roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Which one's a slow one?
You're thinking of Ray of Frost.
You're right, I am thinking of that. So he's got disadvantage on the next weapon attack. Cool.
Yep,
Before
that's
that
specifically
ended.
why I used it.
Yep.
Okay, and the only bonus action I have is my new class feature, and I don't know how many times I can use it. Oh, as many times equal to your con mod.
Okay, I didn't
No,
know if
Frost-
I couldn't
yeah,
remember if I
con mod.
tied it to that or your chill points, but yeah.
It's con mod.
Okay.
So I can do it 5 times a day.
Add a detriment to everyone.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use it. That's the only bonus action I have.
Yeah, that's more of a.
Because I can offhand attack,
Yeah,
but
that's less of a rage and more of a I need to do this because I'm having a bad time.
it's my get off me
Yeah,
attack.
yeah. That's why the unarmored defense is a whole thing.
Why does my AC keep going back down? It should be 18. The only reason it was 16 is because they took my armor.
Yeah, you never changed it. I
did.
Change. You changed it on the token on the other map, but when I changed scenes, I didn't change it here because I.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and change that.
Oh,
Yeah. That's.
I was like, hang on,
that's
what
being a
happened?
bad DM thing.
All right.
Last.
So yeah, that's your turn.
I
More
will.
movement.
I would say I'll move here to be closer to support them, but yeah.
Yeah, and
Like,
also,
I'm staying out of
Let's
reach.
be honest. You just want the passive healing in case you get.
Well, I haven't been hit, but
True,
yes.
in case you did. Okay. So at the end of Siegfried's turn, Hasha, you heal 2, Ferno, you heal 2.
Oh, nice.
And then not Jade's turn, Guard of the Warrior's turn. He is going to then with the spear attack Jade this time with disadvantage. I remember.
Thank you.
It's almost like it just fucking happened. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 hits.
I
Yeah.
tried.
That's okay. It was still a chance. Well, 13 piercing.
Okay.
And then with the sickle, he's going to attack Ferno. Alternating targets, because that's fair.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he's just rolling high. Unfortunately. Oh wait, no. Rewind. This is the damage you took, Jade. 24 piercing.
Okay,
And the
so-
sickle damage that Jade took is what you took, Ferno, which was 13.
17
Okay.
minus 24 is
7.
Okay, so yeah, I need to take 7 off of my main.
Yep. And then here is you back. Where did I put you? There you go. I didn't take you off, so you didn't have to re-edit anything. What was your initiative?
18.
Well, it was an 18, but that was my bear attack.
Yeah, you're still in the same initiative.
Yeah,
That doesn't change.
it's not overcomplicated.
Yeah, no. Super simple. Not 180. That's not what we're doing here. Cool. Fair enough. And then you're
Now
in
we
one
back
of those 4 squares that you get to choose.
I'll stay back there.
Right. Understood. And
More
then-
healing. Woo.
Yeah. So, well, not at the end of the enemy's turn. It's only at the end of.
Yeah, I know, but still.
The end of Jade's turn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I still
Jade-
use that for my spear?
What?
My initiative? If that was an attack.
Yeah, that was just the roll to hit.
Yeah.
I'll
so
let
can
you
I
use
just...
the same modifiers and everything to keep it simple.
Okay, cool.
Because I understand you have not gone yet.
D10. So that's 10 plus 7, so that's
Okay.
17 piercing
Oh yeah.
from my spear.
Oh yeah. Big game.
And
Okay.
I
Oh,
suppose...
wait, but you have the Aelomil Spear, right?
Yep.
I will keep that in mind.
Could, if I really wanted to, shapeshift again.
You could. That's true. That is an option.
But there's more
What was that total
trying.
damage? 17?
17?
Yeah. Let me take Aelomil, so... Cool. Okay.
Gang, I mean, do you want a wolf?
Pack
You
that
do
for this
you.
moment. Anyway.
Pack tactics moment.
That and also before if you
But
stay
then
in your
we'd lose the Mayfai. I think I'll just stay at normal.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the passive healing.
Yeah, in my turn.
Alright, so... Ferno...
Actually, wait! Sorry, I just thought of something.
Okay.
I would like to...
yeah, I was about to
healing-
say
Op attacks, just
he-
remember.
No, I was gonna
Fuck.
healing word
Oh.
Hasha.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say
Bonus
if
action.
you were trying to move to get both of your bonuses, but anyway, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
just healing
I
word.
don't like you
is
that
bonus
much.
action.
It's 4 rather than, just 2.
Okay, so that's 17. So that's a D4. So that's 4 plus 3. So that's 7 HP back for you. And then that will end my turn for real. Sorry,
Oh yeah.
I forgot
So,
about
you-
that one.
You heal 2, Hasha, you heal 2, Ferno, you heal 4.
Be
And the guard of the warlord's turn, he is going to spear attack Ferno. Because that's
Okay.
alternating. He does that. Nope, not rolling damage yet. Let me roll that.
okay.
17,
Better.
so reduced by 11. Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
11 damage. Piercing.
no damage.
So 0 damage.
Finally gets pattern and
And the
Block
slash
it
is
pretty
going
much.
at Jade. He is going to
Oh,
take a
no.
step forward for it. Very slowly. It's just a... And then the slash.
Okay,
no. No.
that hits.
Stop it.
Unfortunately, it's a crit, too.
Crit?
Oh no.
Fuck!
Yep.
He crits on 19.
He's got one of those.
It's on
Is it a feat?
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
not a feat. He's a creature.
So it's an ability. Oh yeah.
Not a racial, but a creature ability.
Creature ability, yeah.
That is going to be... So 20 plus this.
No matter what, it's gonna knock me
29.
down.
29.
Yeah.
What is your total HP?
My total is 25.
And what is your max?
Oh, you wanted my
Yeah,
max
current,
is
excuse me.
25. My total was 20.
Okay, and then that was not enough to outright kill you, so you are unconscious.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So,
I was
roll me
so
that
quick.
death save while hidden, remember to hide it.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll edit this so you don't have to.
It's been rolled. Oh, sorry. I probably have to send it to you.
That would help, yeah. I mean, on the off.
I
chance.
just kind of assume you'd trust me to be honest.
Well, I do trust you to be honest and send me the thing so I can see what's happening.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Press it have an option for death saves on the right click menu.
In the right click menu?
Yeah, when you right click your token.
Because the token's not tied to a specific person, so when they rolled that thing, it wouldn't be tied to that token. Yeah, that's why
bummer.
I can move anyone's token and you can move anyone's token, because it's tied to the board.
Yeah.
The only reason it has the
We'll
same name is
say-
because we titled it.
If I die immediately after taking the time to make myself into a PNG tuber, I will be so sad.
I know. It's
I would not be mad at anyone. I would just be sad because I spent like 2, maybe 3 hours working on these.
yeah. Ferno.
I know I said grapple, but which is my initiative. This
Unfortunately, you do.
version of initiative is a little annoying. Do I have to still grapple?
Yes.
So after all these attacks,
Yes.
I have to grapple.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Unfortunately, that is how that works. The only reason I let Jade still have the same roll for the same thing was because it was still an attack, even though it was a
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for you, you wanted to grapple. You grappled.
Okay.
Uh,
So is it gonna contest?
it is going to contest. So you rolled the 12. This is going to
Hmm.
roll this. What is the plus? Plus 4. Wait, does it have
Oh.
advantage? Or not advantage? No, it does not. So that is an 8
Nice,
in
okay.
total. So you grapple
Okay.
the creature that is your
Yeah.
size.
Can I grapple and like push him away?
Grappling or shoving, 2 separate types of things, actions.
I mean,
Both taking the attack action. The shove action and the grapple action are both part of the attack action. Or they take up
But,
the
like,
attack action.
I'm not.
Action. You can move with
I mean,
him.
I plan to
Drag.
move with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
but
just move with him. It'll be half movement. Which way are you moving?
away, in the corner.
Well, you drag the tokens that way then.
Okay. Um.
I'm assuming here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
And yeah, I can't do anything with bonus action.
His turn again.
Yep.
You're the only one in range. So
Yep.
he's going to spear attack you. Disadvantage because grappled. But he can attack while grappled.
New grapple rules.
No, his rules.
Oh.
It is written down. If you don't believe me, I can send it to you, but not right now.
Okay.
I knew coming up with this simple was a bad idea.
It's okay. You rolled a nat 1.
Oh, net 1.
It's okay.
I mean, I'm not complaining if it has disadvantage. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
not used to it.
It's because he's a statue and doesn't really care about the whole being held thing.
Yeah.
We just
It's like more intimate for me to have you.
It's like you might be able to hold if someone were to bend their elbow and you were to hold their wrist against their shoulder. Sure, they might not be able to do anything to move it. However, if you were to have like a hydraulic piston and try and hold it against itself, not gonna work. Machine diff. Slash attack at disadvantage. 2 13s. 13, 14, 15, 15, 17, 18.
Well, oh, yes. Yeah.
So, this is going to be this. So, no damage.
Maybe. Just hits my armor.
Yeah, he's just.
Stay away from my friends.
No.
Okay.
It's his
Hasha's
Yeah.
Hasha's just gonna grab Jade and drag her down a little bit away from the fighting.
Okay.
And then can I use a medicine check to stabilize her?
Go ahead and roll. And you're just enough Inferno's light for you to be able to see what you're doing. You're welcome.
Oh, also, forgot. Yes, fucking passive healing.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
At the end of your turn, though.
I'm downed, I think.
Oh yeah, remember unconscious. We changed it. It does not work against unconscious creatures.
They have to be up.
They have to be up there.
15.
Nice.
Plus,
Nope, just
all right.
a flat 15.
Yeah, she's unconscious. She's not dead. She is kind of breathing a little unsteady. That's all you know.
Check attempt to stabilize me.
Well, he didn't say that.
Can
he
I-
said to check what was happening. Or did you say stabilize?
I said stabilize.
Oh, I misheard. So yeah, you're stable, Jade.
Wait.
Unconscious still.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have any healing?
I don't.
I'm the
I'm a-
healer.
Yeah, the druid's the
Right.
healer, not the exemplar. The exemplar's frontline. Technically, it has
Hasha's gonna look.
on passive.
I forgot to update my health.
That's okay.
Yep. Hasha's gonna look at Siegfried. Is like, the moment this fight gets done, we're not going any deeper. We're severely underprepared for whatever tribal this is.
Okay,
Fair enough.
Sounds good to me. It's-
you heal 2. Hasha. Not Jade. And it is Warlord's turn. This time he is going to attempt to ungrapple himself with a strength check. So this is going to be, and he does have powerful build, so he's going to have advantage.
Fuck.
So this is +4. That's okay. It's an 8. He fails. Well, you have to contest.
Well, I contest,
Yeah.
but I have an advantage too.
That is true. His rage.
Oh, yeah, 20.
Oh, I just
25.
Because of the disparity between 8 and 25, I will allow you to choose to restrain him, so he can't attack.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I can do that.
you do that. Heard. Again, when you're restraining a creature, you are counted as restrained.
I pin him against the wall.
Yeah, you're just like yeah.
Both arms.
That's his action. His bonus action you can't do because he's restrained now. No movement because he's restrained. Siegfried.
Seeing that Hasha's got Jade taken care of and knowing there's really nothing more he can do, he is actually going to do the frontline thing.
Yay.
Because I just realized I have the second highest AC.
Yay.
So what I'm going to do is now he's restrained. Does he have reactions out of curiosity while he's restrained?
Restrained is restrained, like effectively incapacitated while still being conscious.
Got it. So Siegfried, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah, I can get there, 25. Boom. So like I like to imagine he leans over Hasha, making sure Hasha's got Jade okay, because Hasha's got a bad track record right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, just keep an eye on her until this is over. And then he just like, I want to say like just sprint, like jumps over them both and just takes off running towards this thing. And as he gets there, he's got the parrying dagger in his main hand and his other dagger in his offhand.
Yep.
And we are just gonna go
Not
wild.
a piss dagger. Just need to clarify forever.
No,
Not a piss
his dagger.
His dagger.
You're the one making it a thing.
right.
Just need to clarify. Piss dagger's gone. Okay. So you're attacking.
So main dagger
Yeah. Roll,
plus
roll
9
with advantage.
with advantage.
'Cause restrained.
Okay,
And because restrained, if it hits, it's an auto crit.
nice.
It hits.
27.
Crit.
Okay, let me double check the damage on this thing. Parry dagger is a D4 plus 7 here, so I'm rolling 2D4. Or how do we do in crit?
You're
Yeah, 3d4.
rolling a d4
Oh, okay.
and then adding 7.
So that's 11.
Nice. And then that's 22 damage.
So max damage on a crit, 22. That's main hand. Offhand now is just a regular dagger, so that's plus 7.
Actually. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Actually. As you go up, stab him.
Because that's my Petricite?
Yep.
My Petricite dagger.
Yep. And that's why I said actually. You put it in, and it feels like it's just a dagger. It shouldn't really do anything much to a statue, but you can feel the magic keeping this thing together, and it just crumbles. It actually crumbles to the ground. And then the dust like reforms back up as a statue, and you all hear a single word. Pass.
And immediately Siegfried is just going to like rush back over to Jade.
You're all out of combat. You
And-
can remove yourselves from initiative.
Ah, jeez.
That's
I
just
wish
like,
I knew how many of these there were.
Oh, well, knowing
Hey.
this dungeon and concerning there was a door going deeper in, there's a shit ton.
You
So
don't
Hasha's
know
just
that.
gonna be like-
Points that you have beaten the second one. You hear another ka-choom as a second door closes.
Can we tell if it was the direction we came or
It
the
was
direction we're
behind you.
going? Oh, son of a bitch.
Bitch!
Yep. So anyway,
We either need to rest here or keep pressing on. But first, we have to
We rest.
trend to Jade. Do any of
We're
us
resting.
have any kind of a healer's kit, a doctor's bag, or something like a healing
You
potion,
could-
anything?
You could rustle in my pockets and find mine
Yeah.
or my
sure.
backpack.
Oh yeah, no.
I was
Hasha,
gonna say,
the moment
Jade's the one that does that.
yeah, I was about to say Hasha's just like, you know what? She's already looking in Jay's pocket, just like, where is it? I know you have it. Do I find it?
Yeah, simple enough. Unless you've hidden it for some reason, Jade.
No, it's just
If anything,
in my
it's probably like
backpack.
a satchel of some
It
sort.
is-
Yeah.
It is probably buried under like 20 different sticks.
Twigs.
Why so many sticks?
Druid
They're
things.
personal.
Literally just druid things.
The moment she finds it, and she immediately begins doing
Yeah.
medical on Jade.
Yeah, so you don't have proficiency in the medical kit, but go ahead and roll medicine again. You also don't have proficiency in medicine either, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you're just...
So it's a flat roll.
Yeah.
9 fucking great.
How much
Well-
damage did you take? Was it 20...
9.
29 divided by... Hold on.
Do they start
The DMG
rolling?
actually has a method for this. 14 was the number you have to beat, and it did not succeed.
Fuck.
Does that still up?
Who is here is proficient
In what?
in medical?
I'm not proficient, but I got a +3.
Do it, please. I'm not the best one.
All right, Ferno, do you have any healing medicine?
They're gonna hate me and you because you're unconscious. You can't tell them when they realize what is happening. But anyway,
Wait, what is happening?
they're
I
gonna
can
roll-
sear the wounds, but I don't think that'll help.
they're
Are they
gonna-
just wasting up my healer's kit?
No.
Yep.
Well, they've wasted one use. But anyway, Siegfried,
Yeah.
would you like to attempt?
Can I see anything like about the wounds?
It looks like Hasha already stabilized her, and then tried to stabilize her again, wasting a use of the medicine kit. Not knowing what she was doing with the magic kit in her defense.
I will say you can use the kit to restore a little bit of HP.
If you're proficient.
You have to have the healer feed
If you're proficient. No, I mean
Not-
with the modern kit.
with the healer
Oh, with
kit.
the 2024 kit, yes, but we're using 2014.
I'm talking about the kit, like the healer's kit PDF you gave me.
Oh, shit! I didn't even know that.
Wait,
But do
let
you
me
have
take a
to
look
be
at that.
proficient in it?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna pull it up.
It's
Give me a
just one
sec.
of the procedures.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Let me look it up. I'd say to use the procedures, you'd have to be.
Well,
proficient
yeah,
in it.
because you're proficient in that tool.
Yeah.
No one else is.
Yeah, so I'd say random person using a healer kit just can stabilize. Or attempt to stabilize
Okay.
with the roll.
Yeah.
So you're stable
Wait, basic stabilization revives with 1 HP though.
if you're proficient.
Does it say that?
No, I don't believe so.
For the tool,
I'm looking at it right now. I've got the kit open.
yeah.
Perform a procedure. You have to use kit. This
That's
uses-
only if you have the healer's feet.
Well, the healer's feat actually just lets you do it, even if you're not proficient.
Yeah, but with these tools, it's different.
Yeah.
Because I think the healer's kit PDF shows the new healer's feat and how it interacts. At the bottom, probably. Let me look also.
Yeah, healer's. Oh, yeah, that's what healer's feat is. It revives with 1 HP.
Yeah. So, again, just a wasted use because Hasha didn't know what she was doing, which is fine. Not a bad thing. Speaking of
Yeah.
Hasha,
I am sorry, Jade.
initiative.
Well, Siegfried is gonna know that he's not trained in. Like, he knows he's not trained in
Yeah.
medicine. He knows he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Simple enough.
I'm checking to see if there's anything I am good at that I could potentially use to
You,
help.
with your wisdom, understand that the best medicine for Jade as of now is rest.
All right, I think we should just take a short rest.
Okay. So.
He's just gonna say out loud, "We should take, 30 minutes an hour rest. Let her catch her breath. She seems to be stable. She's just unconscious."
So, about 5 minutes into the 30-minute rest, you come back to Jade at 1 HP, and now you can all take a little short rest.
I love that the
Did
second
we-
I just run up there, it dies. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Did-
that's just a
I should have done that in the
disappointment.
start.
Did we win?
Yes,
Yes.
but we also trapped.
God damn it.
So
Yes,
again,
Brad.
short rest. You can use as many hit dice as you want to hide.
I just want to say,
Currently, you have max.
Ferno turns to the statues. Are we allowed to rest here?
You all feel this is a plenty enough safe as long as you don't go any farther forward. As the past has said, this would be considered a squalid long rest if you would to long rest here.
I
we should
would
do short
recommend we
rest.
long.
However,
No.
However, because you are in a presumably secure, because you are at a door closed behind you, there will be no chance of complications. So it'll just be the most basic long rest, as if it were modest.
So are we short resting and possibly moving on, or are we long rest?
So you can do both. You could do a short rest to spend. Well, I mean, it's
But the hit
technically
die
the
and
same
get them
thing.
back.
Yeah, well, the hit die come back after you use them is the thing.
So it's up to you guys. Do you want a long rest or short rest?
I would take a long rest just in case something. We're gonna need all. Well, considering we're in a statue place and you, Sean, about the only thing answer to everything.
Yeah, I'm uninjured. I'm fine.
I also realize
Yeah.
I've not showed the.
I can heal up
video
using
how
that.
the resting works, so I'm just going to show them real quick while y'all talking about it.
Sure.
And I'll read it
Let
all
them
out
know.
for you. So, long rest, of course, in order. You regain hit points equal to your max hit die plus your Constitution modifier, or excuse me, plus your Constitution ability score. And then you can use, or then you regain. Oh, I lied. You can short rest, use up your hit die. Then you
Gain
can
them
long
back.
rest, get the max hit die plus con ability score of hit points, and then you regain a number of hit die equal to your proficiency bonus, and then you can spend those hit die. So if you are really, really low, you can choose to do that. But if you think that your hit die plus your con ability score would heal you to full, you don't have to spend any hit die.
Well, I just spent who hit die, and then my con plus ability score would be 8 plus 14, so 22.
Would that have just healed you to full without the hit die?
No.
How far would you have been?
Like a couple points. But
So,
I
yeah,
can use
just
2 hit dice
Yeah.
and get to 14, which I already rolled.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm good.
how many hit die do you have left over after that?
1.
Because you have 3.
I used, yeah, but if I...
And then you regained 2.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so you're good.
And then you use 2 again.
no,
You did
because of the long rest. I don't use any again.
Perfect. Because the long rest adds 2 and then lets you use them again if you need
So
to.
If you need to.
Yeah, but then the long rest, I'm up to 14.
Short rest, long rest,
And I
gain to full is
need-
what you're saying.
Yeah, and then I need 11 more.
Perfect.
And the long rest got me to full, so.
Understood.
so we did
We're
long
good.
rest.
Say again? You short rested and then you long rested.
Okay.
Short rest, you
Yeah.
can spend your hit dice if you'd like. Everyone,
Yeah, this thing.
are you choosing to spend your hit dice? Just yes or no.
I'm not.
You're not. Siegfried, you don't need to.
No, I haven't been touched yet.
Ferno, do you want to use your hit
Uh,
dice?
I did for the short rest, but
Okay.
I assume I
do
get
you
them
use?
back. 2.
2. So you have 1 left. Jade, you use 2. You have 1 left. Long rest happens. You all, whatever your hit die is plus your con ability score, heal that many HP instantly.
Jeez. Long rests are great for me.
Yeah, and then you can, or then you regain your proficiency bonus hit die, or
Equal to your proficiency bonus
Yeah.
amount of hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm good.
Sorry, I'm having a stroke.
So like,
So you regain 2
that
hit die.
I regain 30 HP on a long rest.
Yeah, con diff.
We get it. You have 20s in your stats.
No, I was
anyway,
asking.
Yeah. So what's your con mod? Or your
My
ability
con
score
mod is
20
20.
plus your proficiency.
And then my hit die is 10.
Or your hit dice. So yeah, 30.
So 30, okay.
And then you can now, if you need to, anyone after you regain those 2 hit die. Spend up to the amount of hit die. So Ferno, you can spend up to 3. Siegfried, you can spend up to 3.
Yeah.
Good news is I
Or
don't
not
need
Siegfried,
them.
Jade, you can spend up to
Yeah.
3. And Hasha, you can
Yeah,
spend up to 3.
I'm good. I'm full.
Yeah, I only need 6 hours for long rest, so
Yeah.
I like to imagine he's just like not exploring, but like keeping watch to make sure they're safe
Yeah,
while they rest
simple
at the
enough.
edge of the vision.
Simple enough.
Like my
Okay.
people need me.
The equivalent of a campfire right now.
Yeah. I'm at the edge of the campfire light, staring at the darkness.
Okay.
The bonfire
well,
light.
that hits 904.
Yeah.
Would you like to
We're
invite
about
for
an
the-
hour over.
Yeah, an hour over. Sorry, y'all were kind of in it. So.
Probably wise.
And no one was stopping
I
me.
mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean, we
going to-
missed
I'm
last
having
session.
fun.
So.
Yeah, we did miss last session as well. So, all right.
That wasn't gonna stop you.
That being said, well, if y'all need to go, y'all can stop me at any time.
I don't need to go. I'm good.
Well,
I'm
I'm
good.
stopping the recording.